Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hello, D. Jensen. Hello, everyone. So, today is Tuesday, and it is time to do the Wurm Roulette adventure again. And I'm actually still preparing. I was a little bit in a hurry today, but I just scrambled everything together at the last moment. And so what we still need to do, actually, I just fetched myself some food, and I'm gonna go get that tent that I think it was Madnath that sent that over during the last exploration. And yeah, for those of you who are new to this Wurm Roulette thing, basically, or even new to my stream, we're playing Wurm Online, which is a Sandbox MMO, and every Tuesday I pick a random location on the Wurm PvE maps, and then we make it our mission to actually reach that place. So in a few moments we will open up that map and we will pick a destination, but before we do that, I'm just gonna go grab the last things that I need for the adventure. We're gonna go get the tent. I think I should have everything else really, and it sort of makes more sense to before we've left on the ship. Like in the previous streams, I wanted to be already on the ship, horse loaded, but that really didn't make sense last time because we were actually staying on Xanadu last time. So we will check the destination this time and see where it will lead us, and I will grab a branded horse if we are ending up also on Xanadu again. So I think I might have put the tent over here. Let's just check. So how is everyone doing tonight? Hello, Madnath. How are you doing tonight? I'm just fetching your handy-dandy tent. Now, where the heck did I put it, though? Ah, it's right here, actually. We might just need that. That's a good thing to have on these. Oh, and before, I almost forgot. Actually, seeing your name reminded me that we need to take a sign with us, right? So, and actually, speaking of which, I mean, we stole a whole bunch of those signs last time, actually, when we were looting that abandoned deed. I'm trying to think now where the heck I put them all. Did I just leave them on the wagon? Well, I'll just grab... Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm just gonna grab one of the ones that we have here in the storage, and I can take those later. But yeah, we want to take a sign with us because once we reach that destination, I'm gonna leave a little sign saying KatsPurr was here. So let's just grab that one, for instance. Doesn't really matter. And you're running 8 alts, so you're doing dandy, Madnath. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Okay, so let me see. We have the booze, we have some food, we have... I'm thinking to myself, because I need to actually... I think I need to improve the horse cage. It took a lot of like decay last time during the last stream, and it was quite mysterious actually. I guess once you have a horse loaded in a creature cage, it starts to take a lot of damage. I'm not quite sure, so let's actually take a log with us as well so I can do some improving. Maybe one of these. I think maybe a cedar wood. What else do I need? I need to improve wood stuff. I would need a mallet at least. So let's grab one of those. Like so. And we also need a pelt, which we already have. And a carving knife is what we need for wooden for improving wooden stuff as well. So let's grab a carving knife as well. Maybe I thought I would have had one already. Oh, I do. Yeah, I was wondering where it had gone. It was actually in my inventory. I think I'm pretty good to go now. So let's just head over to the other side. Actually, I'll stop up by the horses, and we'll grab a branded horse, in the case that we'll do the Wurm Roulette just once we reach the top of this hill here. Hello, Aswarik. How do you refer me in Wurm? You can do that by... how does that work again? I think /refer? Hold on. Why is my keyboard? Let's switch to the Finnish keyboard. It could be just /refer. At least for me, it opens up a referrals window. I would imagine that if you had a referral to give, that could be given from here as well. Okay, that's the right one, Mednath? Okay. And thank you very much if you want to refer me, Osvarik. Very much appreciated. Just so you're aware, Osvarik, also, if you've just started in Wurm, be aware also that you can actually sell that referral to somebody to get some silver to get you started in the game. Don't feel like you need to give that to me if you don't feel like it. If you want to get a little bit of silver to get yourself started, because I'm more than in a good situation here. Like money-wise, I sell my horses, and I have premium paid up for quite a long time as well. So if you've just started in Wurm, probably wiser to actually save that for yourself, and you know, sell it off to somebody. Now, what did I want to do? Oh, well, we might as well, since the wagon is here. No, they were not here, those signs. Okay, but let's do the Wurm Roulette thing now. Okay, so we're going to choose a random location as always. Aw, that's very nice, Oswarik. So here we go, guys. And let's... Now we can see with these little pink dots where all the places we've already been. Last week we went to this location up here on Xanadu. So, are we ready? Let's pick a random destination. 3, 2, 1. Aha, we're going to Celebration again. What is it? It's like Xanadu and Celebration. And only once have we gone to another server. My goodness. Well, I guess we're going to have to do... I certainly have not seen that part of Celebration, and that looks quite interesting, but it's a little bit like... oh, but Madnath, hey. Madnath lives on Celebration, so he's saying yes. And Osvarik, you already bought some silver and premium time. So, so when did you start playing? Oh, I'm going to be near you, Pandy, and Tap Dance. Actually, Madnath, you know what? 2 weeks ago we were here on Celebration. I went to go and see, during that one, we actually went to see Tap Dance to see how it's coming along. So I'm assuming that it is not completed yet, right? Because it seemed like all the buildings had been done, but it seemed like all the decorations still need to be done inside the houses. And also I noticed that there was a very... it was very lacking in lighting there, but otherwise it looked amazing. It was really nicely laid out. The buildings looked amazing. It was just that we happened to be there at nighttime, and it was very dark. The only place I actually saw any lighting was in the tavern thing, with the nice tables outside. And hello there, Yaga. Nice to see you. Oh, by the way, Yaga, I have something for you. So, I got to talking about the candelabras with one of my horsey customers, and she actually mentioned when I was talking to her about the candelabras, because I just happened to be filling the candles at that moment, and I was just complaining to her that, oh my gosh, what a pain in the ass to have to keep refilling these. And so she said, yeah, it seems like you have like the new candelabras that you have to get your hands on some of the old ones. And I was like, huh? What do you mean? And she said that apparently back in the old days, the old models of the candelabras are the ones that will stay on infinitely, whereas the new ones, she said that at some point they changed it. So she actually has on her deed, she has the old model. They look identical though, but she has old ones that will stay infinitely on, and then she has new ones which she has to keep refilling. So then I told her about your studies, Yaga. So Yaga has been studying this candelabra issue and doing tests, all kinds of tests with the zones. And so Yaga, you had come to the conclusion that it depends on what zone of the map, and it could be within the same server as well, right? And so I was telling her about that, and she was just suggesting, because wasn't it, Yaga, so that on your deed you had part of your deed was the infinite like zone, and part of it was the zone that has to keep refilling, right? So let's just put this map here. So off we go to celebration today. And maybe I'll just leave it right there. Like so. And we'll just update that. And then enable it on the stream. Osric, I see. Yes, now I remember that. I think we talked about that a little bit. Yeah, he had. I remember that now. He had just started playing, and also doing the videos of his worm explorations, and you found worm through that. And yes, I remember now. So, how are you enjoying worm so far, Osric? So you've been playing like a week now. Yeah, I would think like Madnath, you know, even if you guys could just get the lighting done, even if the lighting was not complete, even if you guys could get some lights there, that would really make a huge difference, because it was a little bit bleak, I have to say, since we were right in the middle of the night. We couldn't properly appreciate the design there, because everything just looks so dark, especially on stream. Oh, I see, Yaga. So you've already tested that. So using the exact same candelabra, it burns forever in one place but does not in another. Okay. So that is not the case then, that it's item specific. Okay. Only about location. Okay. Oh, Dune Johnson, you've had the same experience in Wurm Unlimited then. And Madnath, you guys got some lovely sterile lamps to go out. Nice. And Osveric, it's really relaxing, and you finished your rowboat a couple of days ago. Congratulations. Awesome. So have you done much exploring yet? And have you found yourself a nice place to settle down? Okay, so before we put the horsey in, let me just check the quality of this creature cage here. So that's 29. What's the quality of this other one here? That's only 10. Okay, so let's just improve this one a little bit before we put the horse in. And I did take a log with me, at least I should have. Yes, it's right there. Let's just take a log with us a little bit. This song is really depressing, actually. Let's just remove that. Don't want such depressing music. Interesting. I have the log. So it says here... oh, you need a file. Okay, I was using the wrong item to begin with. Where did I put my file? It's up here, I think. Let's get it done with the other tools. There we go. I might as well put my sleep bonus on as well. And now it needs notches, so we need the carving knife. And Osric, you found an island in the southeast of Xanadu where you place your deed and you're working on a mine right now. Oh my gosh. Well, I think that's really awesome that you have set up a deed, because it's just going to make life so much more pleasant when you don't have to worry about your house decaying, and just the fact that you already have a rowboat, so this means that you had the possibility to actually explore and find a beautiful spot. Because I always feel a little bit nervous when like new Wurm players just go out by foot and then they just create a deed somewhere, because I know exactly what's going to happen. What is going to happen is that once they get a boat, they will soon discover that, oh my gosh, look at all these beautiful places I could have set a home up at, right? So I'm glad you've already done that work, and you managed to find a nice place, and now that's the perfect position to be in to you know, have a deed and start to make your home there. Was the island that you found, was it very much terraformed by previous players? We're already at 38 quality. And a mallet is needed next. Oh, you know what I also have to make sure of? I need to go and grab some cotton. I might have some on the ship. We'll check. File. So there was a small harbor someone had made, but other than that, it was pretty empty. Oh, that's great. Yeah, but you know, I think like somebody said, I forget if it was on stream or on the forums, but something that I think a lot of new players don't quite realize is, I think it was actually a comment on Bob's video. So a lot of times new players don't realize that, you know, we have the absolute power to actually make land, you know, go back to sort of looking natural and erase the marks of something looking man-made. It's just a matter of terraforming, changing the tile types and so forth. Okay, what do we need next? A carving knife. We'll just improve this just a little bit more. Because it made me nervous in that last trip that it was just decaying really, really fast. And I thought, oh no, I'm going to lose this thing because I didn't have a file with me, so I was nervous I was going to lose it. And Osvarik, does your rowboat, does it have, I'm hoping you have an anchor for it already so that it doesn't go floating away, because without an anchor it might float away actually. Okay, and then a little bit of a pelt polish. And a log. Let's take this up to, well, it's just over 50. Let's just improve it a little bit more. Up to 60 if we can get there easy, and then we'll head off. What's the time now, actually? It's, yeah, this is the optimal time to actually go, to head off, because it's just the morning, so I think that'll be enough for now. And we're gonna have to go get the boat, so let's just ride on over to go fetch the boat, bring it over here to fetch the creature cage, and then we will start sailing off to Celebration. So Madnath, hello there, Stevie. Welcome to the stream. So Madnath, you have talked often about your own deed. So your own deed is, or it's you and Fab. You guys live on the same deed, right? So that, what coordinates is that at on the Celebration map? Because, you know, our goal today, the location we have to get to today is just overly easy. It's just super, super easy. So we're going to be like finding that spot under, you know, in no time. So we might as well come and have a look at your guys' deed on the way, or like after that, I should say. And of course, you know, another thing that we could do is just, once we've reached that location on the map, we could just pick another one, right? That's an option as well. Now, I have to remember to check that I have enough cotton with me to heal up in case we encounter some monsters. So what's the situation here? Yeah, it was, oh, we do have some cotton. 64, okay, that's absolutely fine. So let's grab the horse and go and fetch that creature cage and set sail. So you guys are at J24. J24, let's have a look, see. Celebration J24. Okay. So what we could do actually, so Madnath, do you know, well of course you would know, but if we park our ship here, I mean what we could do is, let me just actually mark that also on the map, so seems to be right about here. So let's just add an annotation. And J24 would be, so are you guys are, looks like you guys are right on the shore, aren't you? So I'm just gonna mark that. Fab and Mad live right there. So yeah, my question to you, Madnath, actually was, so if we were to park here, I am assuming we can get by horseback to your guys' place, right? Because that might be kind of a nice adventure to go through here. Most likely there is, of course, a whole bunch of roads and tunnels and everything, so it's not like we're going to be going through too much wilderness. Hello there, Emery. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you back. And how are your adventures going in Wurm? Yes, it's now just over 6 p.m. now in Finland. It's pretty easy to get there? Okay, Madnath. We'll come by horseback then to come and see your guys' place. That will be actually quite nice to do. It's been a long time coming that we've been, you know, talking about this, that I should come and visit you guys. So Fabricant is taking a break right now, and you're there all on your lonesome, are you? Okay, so now we will I'm just gonna ram this boat right into the shoreline here. I can't be bothered with the anchor. And we'll disembark. And load the horse here into the creature cage. Like so. And let me actually get this other one out of the way, just so I don't grab the wrong one. Like so. And there we go. We got our horsey. And let's plot the course for a celebration. See, I'm already a pro at this, guys. Remember back in the old days how I never remembered to do that? These explorations we've been doing has given me the training to explore like a pro. Like a pro. Before you know it, I'll be out sailing between different servers to do missions as well. Yeah, it's just the morning, so it's a really nice time to actually depart. And let me just get all this garbage off of my inventory as well. I don't want to be lugging around a log with me, right? When we go adventuring. And as far as sign we're going to keep, we don't need those tools with us. But I'll keep them on the ship in case I have to do repairs. Oh, there's where all those signs are actually. There you go. Those are the stolen signs. Well, not stolen, but there was the abandoned deed and I picked up a whole bunch of signs. So here we go. This is going to be, let me just rename those to nothing for now. Or actually, you know, I should rename them to, and let's just add the one that I just took from the inventory. Let's add that one to this list and just rename all of them to Malena, KatsPurr was here. Oh, it doesn't, oh yeah, because of the quality of them. I'll just put here, Malena was here. There we go. Does it support the exclamation mark? Yes. Okay, so now we have a whole bunch of signs, and we'll just keep one in our inventory that we can plant when we get there. And what else? I don't need my stone chisel with me. Saddle we are going to need. Saw I will not need. The gate, locks and keys we don't need. Let's just put those away as well. And don't need all of those either. Pickaxe may be a good idea. Well, butchering knife, definitely we're going to keep that with us. Shovel is kind of a good idea to have. Yeah, I think otherwise we're good to go. And what's our weight? 75. Is it the water? What is weighing us down so badly now? The measuring jug. The tent sign. It's just all of those tools put together, isn't it? Crazy heavy though. It's gonna help a little bit once we get the saddle and the bridle on the and those horseshoes on the horse though. And we don't need that yellow potion. Not that it doesn't even weigh anything actually, but why do we have another steel and flint there? And trawl, we won't need that either. Do I have 2 saddles in my inventory? No, I don't. Yeah, that kind of bothers me. Well, of course, the mooring anchor, that weighs 20 right there, so it's going to be fine once we get rid of that mooring anchor when we park. And I am on auto run, aren't I? Yes, good. Okay, so off we go sailing. Oh, look at that beautiful sunrise. And your adventures are going pretty well, I may recall. And you're at a village with a viewer of mine. I see. But you haven't joined it. And you're building up skills as you build things that you need and practicing archery mostly so far. I see, I see. Nice. Yeah, archery is something I actually haven't really tried in this game before. I can certainly think of quite a few times where I wish I would have had some archery skills, and it's just one of those things that's been on my bucket list to get into. Hello, Johnny. Nice to see you back again. How have you been today? Yeah, I know. A celebration again. What is going on, guys? And believe me, this little the script that bounces that graphic around, I tested it, so it will actually go just anywhere on the map. So you know, it's just a funny coincidence that it keeps going to Celebration and Xanadu for some reason. Hopefully next time we will see a different server though. It would be nice to go and oh, what's the one? Was it Release that I've never been to actually? I think Release was the one. Let me just check. I think it's Release. Yeah, Release is the one so Pristine I've visited a little bit. And these Exodus I've sailed past. Deliverance, well, we did the one trip to Deliverance. That was the very first stream for these explorations. But Exodus I've never really, I've just sailed past it. But yeah, I have even no idea what the shoreline of Release looks like. So hopefully we will, oh, sleep bonus. Hopefully we will end up on Release at some point. And Johnny, you are semi-playing and cooking at the same time. That's the Wurmian life. Multitasking. And Yaga, oh no, you missed my trip to Delhi. Aw, well, you know, the videos are up there on YouTube or on Twitch if you ever want to look at that first exploration. It was actually pretty exciting, that one, because it was the first time I actually climbed to the top of a mountain using alcohol. Well, yeah. Definitely want to see more of Deliverance, that's for sure. And Du Jensen with his hard eyes for Celebration. Aw. Ah, you could have met me in person. Aw. Well, I'm sure the day will come one of these fine days. Gosh, I just, I mean, I know the graphics are simple in Wurm, but I just can never get enough of the scenery in this game. Even if it is sort of, you know, crude 3D compared to a lot of games, but it's still beautiful. So, are any of you going to be playing Red Dead Redemption 2 for PC when it comes out? It's coming out on November 5th, and so I can't really think about anything else, to be honest, as far as gaming stuff is concerned. I'm really, really looking forward to playing that. Hello, Coffee! How are you doing today? And how have you been for the past week? It's been some time since we've chatted. And Coffee, guess what? My tamer in Legends of Arya tamed his very first wyvern. You know, yesterday I did the stream where we went to tame a wyvern for the first time, and all throughout the stream, oh, thanks so much, Coffee. 3-month subscription. Aw. Yeah, last night we did a Legends of Arya stream, and so all throughout the stream, I kept calling the wyverns, I kept calling them wyverns. I didn't know how to pronounce it, and then only after that I looked on online, like, to listen to how you're supposed to pronounce them. It was wyvern all along. So yeah, now my tamer, and now of course the next goal is to tame that elusive dread, the black horse. Black fire-breathing horse. Yeah, thank you very much. It's awesome. He's tamed quite a few wyverns after that, just for the skill gain, and he managed to get a few of them actually dead. We during the stream we tried to get to the end of corruption, and so he could solo some of those the demons at the very end. I forget what they were called. You know, those boss demons. And Coffee, are you going to be playing Red Dead Redemption 2 when that comes out? Yeah, D. Johnson, I remember when we visited, we went through your old place on Delhi. And MRV, you think the scenery in Wurm has a quality to it that makes it pretty, even though it's not photorealistic. Yes, absolutely. Oh, and Madnath, you were commenting on that. So you already played it on PS4. So how did you like it? And Madnath, had you played Red Dead Redemption 1 back in the day? I played that on 360. And so, but I don't have a modern like console right now at all. So I'm just playing on PC all my games. So I've been waiting so anxiously for them to release the PC version of it. And Coffee, you're probably going to wait for a discount on Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh, you also have it on PS4. Okay. And you have already two. Yeah, I know. You poor Coffee, you're just like swimming. You're drowning in all the games. And you got into Star Wars Galaxies recently, and it's so addictive. Oh my gosh, Coffee. We're going to have a chat about that, because I have, you know, you've seen my streams. You've probably heard those moments when I've been talking about how Star Wars Galaxies is this, you know, thing that I always regretted not experiencing back in the day. So we have to talk. We have to talk one of these times, and you can tell me, like, how I can try playing. I've always wanted to try it, and I guess there are these like emulators or something, or how does it work exactly, so that you can, or are they like private servers, or how do people play Star Wars Galaxies? Because I want to get that Star Wars Galaxies like experience under my belt, or how's the saying? And Dujan, so you're going to Delhi today. You have an unfinished Corp beta waiting for you. Oh, nice. And Madnath, you played Red Dead Redemption 1, and the story of 2 is really in the shadow of the first game since it's a prequel. Huh. You know, actually somebody was telling me yesterday that they thought that the story of 2 is much, much, much better than 1. Now, I don't care either way. I enjoyed 1. I am happy to take anything they're going to throw at me. I just know already, because I enjoyed 1 so much that I'm just, I've heard that 2 is even better on so many levels, so I can hardly wait. So it's a lot better than GTA 5 was. Just don't buy it on Epic Games Store, please. No, I bought it on the Rockstar Game Portal. They had this, is it still the 22nd? It is. So today, guys, is the last day today is the last day. If you buy, if you pre-purchase Red Dead Redemption 2 on Rockstar's own game portal, you will get 2 free games. So I took San Andreas, even though I already have it actually on Steam. I also have it on PS, on PlayStation 2, but it, you know, it's just I wanted to have it there as well. I know I'm going to be replaying it again someday. And then I took LA Noire. I was trying to decide whether I should take LA Noire or whether I should take Bully. I watched some videos and I chose LA Noire at the end. And you felt the same coffee about Star Wars Galaxies, and you'll send me a link. Awesome. So Star Wars Galaxies Legends, and it's an awesome private server, main game cancelled. Okay. And the Red Dead Redemption 2's story is fantastic, says Coffee, at least the bits you've seen. Oh, I see, Madnath. Okay, yeah. You're gonna let me enjoy it first, and then you'll rant after that. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed GTA 5. I didn't get much out of the online version though, but I did enjoy GTA 5. The story was pretty interesting. I mean, Trevor, what a character. But oh gosh, look guys. What do we see here? You know guys, that is a sea, oh my gosh. Let's go closer to it. So, sea serpents. You die from sea serpents in the sea. I've died to this thing a few times now. Let me just get my where is my telescope? Do the sea serpents go underwater? Because now I can't see it anymore. And now I'm in the middle of the mist and I don't know where the hell I am. You know, I think, gosh, the only thing I can really do right now is I think I'm just going to have to disembark, check the compass, and just try and, okay, we need to go south. Okay. So we're going to have to turn around. Okay. Well, maybe in this mist we don't want to go looking for any sea serpents just in case we die. But I guess you guys saw it for a moment there, right? So yeah, sea serpents, they are huge, huge. And it has actually been years since I've seen one. And the last time I saw one, I was still very much a noob and I just died to it instantly. I have no idea whether somebody with my fighting skills can actually fight one of those things these days. Does anyone have any experiences of fighting a sea serpent? Like, can one person with high skills fight one of those? And I was just in the middle of saying something. And now I can't. Oh, no, yeah, no, I can't remember what I was saying just before I noticed the sea serpent. Oh, yeah. GTA 5. Yeah, I was gonna say that I enjoyed the game. However, story-wise and immersion-wise and character richness-wise, it didn't really give me as much of a thrill as San Andreas did. I still think even though San Andreas is much older, much more clunky graphics, it was much, 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 much more memorable and enjoyable and thrilling and challenging and at times overly challenging for sure. I mean, there are some of those missions that are just like, you will get gray hairs over. Like, especially the flying missions in San Andreas are just, oh, they're horrible. But I have gotten through it once, and I've been fantasizing about playing that on stream, like just going through it again at some point. I don't know if anyone would be interested in seeing that. And Madnath, LA Noir is neat. Okay, that's good to hear. Madnath, have you played Bully? And if you have played Bully, or if anyone here has played LA Noir, both LA Noir and Bully, would you guys, which one would you guys say would have been the better choice to take as one of the free games? Oh, Madnath, you're saying just stay off Twitter and stuff. People are spoiling the story plot points. Yeah, I have not been looking at any of the stuff. I don't want any spoilers. And Chabney, danger, do not approach too close to the sea serpent. Yeah, it's gone off in the mist somewhere. To Jensen, at least it wasn't a squirrel. And Madnath, you didn't like any of the characters there. As deep as a shallow puddle. Thank you for the follow. Quiz the Canon. Welcome to the stream. So Madnath, in which of the games? In GTA 5? Yeah. Yeah, I think the only character out of all of them that really I found anything interesting about was Trevor, that nasty guy. At least, you know, there was that plot twist when he kidnapped the wife of that one of those guys. That was quite funny, that part. And I won't say any more, just not to ruin it for anyone else, but yeah, I didn't get any attachment whatsoever to the other main characters of that game at all. And you're saying that LA Noir and Bully, they're very different games, and it's depending on what you want. And Bully's a lot closer to GTA, while LA Noir is on the right side of the law. You know, when I was looking at like footage of Bully and like the trailer and stuff, and it just seemed very, very dismal and negative, and it just, I think I would have gotten depressed from playing that, to be quite honest, because all you saw was him fighting and being bullied and being tortured and being treated badly. And you know, even though it's just a game, I think those vibes would have just made me depressed to play it, to be honest. Okay, we're nearing the server border now. There we go. And then off we go to the eastern side of Celebration. And there's a dead shark over there. Aw. You know, guys, I watched actually Jaws. I saw Jaws, that movie. Of course, everyone knows Jaws, the movie, right? I saw that when I was a kid, and it was just so scary back then. I mean, that would have been back in, I don't know, 70s, 80s. And so I spotted it actually on Netflix, and I thought, maybe I'll just watch that just for nostalgia's sake. And oh my gosh, it was not the best of films, actually. It has really aged. That's all I can say. Of course, you know, 80s films, they're so different from what we have these days. You know, there are some 80s films that still hold up, though. And if we think about, like, movies like The Shining or The Exorcist, even though The Exorcist does have, like, some comedic moments, you know, with the twisting head and all that, it's still a freaking scary movie today, especially since it's based on real life events. And The Shining, just that performance by all of the actors is just amazing, of course. So, you know, there's definitely some movies that hold their own still today, but Jaws is not one of them, that's for sure. And I don't know if any of you guys have seen that recently, but you know what I really spotted from the Jaws movie was that everyone was so hyper. Everyone was so jumpy and hyper and like moving around and so loud and shouting, and everyone was shouting over each other. And I think it was just that style of the 80s films. I'm not sure, but it just was really agitating. Madnath, you're saying, if you want to play a good detective game, you would suggest getting Shenmue 1 and 2 HD when the next Steam sale hits. Well, while we're sailing, let's just have a look at what that looks like. I don't have Steam installed right now because we had to format my C drive when we put my computer back together. But I can log on to Steam. Let's see, or we could just put here Steam Shenmue 1 and 2. Let's see. Let me just turn off Spotify for a moment, turn on the audio.
Peggy 16.
Let's have a look at this trailer.
Father! Stay back, mule. Okay, I don't know anything about that game. Never seen anything about it. Never heard of it, but it looks like something that could be interesting for sure. You could tell that it had atmosphere. Like there was immediately something about that atmosphere, even though it was just a trailer, that was sort of gripping. So Madnath, you're saying it's a Dreamcast game, but it has been made to run at 60 FPS with higher detail textures English dub is a bit janky in that old 90s way, but the Japanese voices with English subtitles are great. And Coffee, you missed out on the first round, but you didn't have a Dreamcast, so definitely getting Shenmue. So you like that. You're interested in that game as well? And Madnath, you have the 3rd collector's edition on pre-order. So excited. Wow, it's definitely got to have something special about it to see like how excited you guys are about that game. So it was the first major 3D open world. The trailer doesn't do much justice for the investigation aspects, since you've got to interact with the town to find clues. And Emery, you also played Shenmue on Dreamcast, and it was fantastic for the day. Well, my goodness, it seems like just for the sake of, game civilizing myself as far as various games go, it sounds like a game that is definitely something to investigate. I wonder what this thing is meant to be. Sometimes you look at some designs that people do in this game and you're just like, you scratch your head and you're just like, I don't understand, but maybe I don't have to understand. And Madnath, you're saying it's very unique. The town runs like a normal town. If you need to visit a tattoo shop to find someone there, you need to go there when the shop is actually open. It's a strange but wonderful beast of a game. Yeah, that reminds me of playing the old Ultima single-player games. You also had to go to the shops there when and if they were open. And what is this with these ships here? I never noticed this before. Maybe we just didn't go in this direction before. What is going on with these ships? Again, since everything is made by players in this game, you're free to do whatever you like. So somebody has decided that they want to have a whole bunch of sail ships, different colors. Is this marking like the middle of the server or something, like horizontally wise? Is this meant to mark the middle point or something like that? Oh, and we did actually go, didn't we go? Yeah, we went in here last 2 weeks ago, but I don't remember seeing those ships. I don't remember seeing those. And I think 2 weeks ago it was right here, this this bay that we went into, wasn't it? We went in here because we had to find this spot. Oh, it's a boat bridge, says Madnath. You can cross server border using them. Swim to one. Get in passenger to regain stamina. Swim to the next one, etc. That's cool. So somebody has continued that on... But that's not of much use if it doesn't continue on... Does that continue on all the servers then? Because imagine, crossing the server and then, okay, now you're on another server, but then what do you do, right? And Osric, you think you're going to try and make a tunnel to the peak of the mountain on the island that you're on. That sounds like an exciting project. And you probably already understand that when you make a tunnel, remember that you can only...
the tunnel cannot overlap, so you could not make a spiral in the way that you would be like making a new part of the tunnel higher over top of a lower tunnel on the same tile. Just making sure you understand that before you make your plan for that. But I think you probably understand that already. Hello, JD Booker. Nice to see you back. How are you doing today? Oh, just the server that is naturally connected, says Yaga. Okay, so that one would be... that's Deliverance, isn't it? No, Exodus. So it naturally connects to Exodus. So on Exodus side, there's also that type of... that's really cool that the players have done that. That is so cool. That's really cool, actually. Oh, and JD Booker, you're saying that they've actually been set up on most servers and places within reach of the crossing. My goodness. And you've used the boat bridges to go from Indy to Celebration on foot. It was a long trip, I can imagine. But that would be quite exciting for a newbie player, for instance, to do. That's cool. How did I not know about that? Imagine, guys, all these years playing. And although I have to say there's some little nugget somewhere deep inside my brain that kind of says to me that, yeah, that's kind of familiar. But it's just, you know, sometimes you have these little memories that are so subtle in your mind that you can't quite grasp the memory. And you're not quite sure whether you have it in your memory or not. So, yeah, I guess that thing now is this thing again. And that peak right there would be this one. And that peak would probably be that one. And we need to just go around this. And that little bay there is probably this. Oh, I have the map underneath. So that bay is probably this thing here. So we just need to go around. And we're going to almost be at our destination then. Yes, indeed, JD Booker. Yes, there is so much to Wurm for sure. All of these dolphins and sharks. I can't remember anymore that in Mother Nature, if there's a shark and a dolphin, wasn't it so that the dolphins actually drive away sharks and that the sharks are scared of the dolphins? Or do sharks actually eat dolphins? I'm not sure. Let's just go a little bit closer to the shoreline just in case there's some cool stuff to see. And is that a dead whale over up ahead? There's at least an octopus swimming around. Aged blue whale. No, it's alive. You guys have so much marine life over here. I never see these creatures in southern Xanadu. Like, never. Why do I have a feeling like that could be an abandoned deed? Let's just go a bit closer. Hello there, Weary Bard 66. Welcome to the stream. And how are you doing today? I hope you're not too weary. And I hope you don't fall asleep here on my stream. We're on a big adventure here to discover or to go to an undiscovered spot from me personally that I've never been to. Hello, Stacy. Yar, beware of the pirates. Yes, thankfully here on the PvE server we don't have to worry about those, but definitely if I would be on a PvP server I would have to worry about pirates.
One time I actually, Stacy, I think I might have mentioned it, but in case I didn't, one time I actually sailed over, because you can sail over into the PvE area. I sailed over to the Chaos area one time, and I got all these messages that my ship can be stolen. I forget what it said, but I was just so freaked out and just trying to figure out how to get out of there quickly. It was right when I was a newbie as well. So when I think, is it guys like, so those of you who know about the PvP servers, if you sail around on a PvP server, can somebody potentially like steal your boat? At least in Ultimate Online, you could actually steal somebody else's boat if they had the ship key on them. So that is not an abandoned deed, it seems. And no, never says weary. And you love my voice. Aw, thank you very much. And Chabney, what? No. Are you pulling my leg now? You're saying that you were killed by pirates while you were sailing around the Chaos PvP servers? Seriously? What the heck were you doing over there? Like, that's the last place I would imagine Chabney going. Oh, I see, JD. So the dolphins, if there's a shark around, the dolphins communicate amongst each other. Huge ass, like spider over there. So the dolphins communicate amongst each other, and then they can take on a shark in that situation. And JD Booker, in the days before we could block PvP travel, you have many times fallen asleep while sailing and ended up on Chaos. You know, I think, JD Booker, that's how I also ended up there on the Chaos server as well. I think I was just like, because sometimes sailing in this game can be so boring, especially if you're out in the middle of nowhere and there's not even any land to sort of look at. You do tend to fall asleep while sailing sometimes. So Chabney, you're serious? So the guys chased your sailboat down and killed you? Oh no! It took 5 hours to find your boat again, and they didn't steal anything. You were quite vexed by the whole thing. Oh my gosh, poor Chabney. So how did you go and fetch yourself like another ship, or how did you actually go out? Because your ship would have been out in, just the middle of the sea, right? So that meant did you have somebody help you out to come and find your boat, or how did you do that? You never went back to Chaos after that, and never will. Oh, it does sound like a traumatizing thing for sure. Poor Chabney. And JD, when it used to take many hours to cross Xanadu, and there was no quick selecting of other servers, you would often AFK sail from the new cluster to old cluster and often overshoot into Chaos. Yeah, I can imagine easily. Oh no, Chabney, and then you respawned on Chaos somewhere, and you had to search for your boat in that hostile land, but my point is, though, Chabney, you could not have swam out to the sea, right? So you had to have a boat, because otherwise you would have run out of stamina. So how did you do it? Oh, you actually swam. Oh my goodness. So, let's look at the map here. Oh, it looks like we had a crocodile after us as well at some point. So, I'm imagining we're right here right now, so we just have to just go around this. You know, actually, I think this point that we have to go to is right here. We're going to park our ship right here. I'm imagining right now that where we are is that we've just arrived to this little corner. Because this sort of evens out, and then there was an island over there, which is probably this one. So, yeah, let's go park over here. Good evening, Garaz Dranky. How are you doing? How are your worm adventures coming along? Oh, I see, Chamney. So it was close enough so that you could swim out. Yeah, JD, I could imagine. I've been, I mean, with a completely newbie character without any skills to begin with, you could make a rowboat in a couple of days. So I could imagine that with like high carpentry skills and everything, it would not take too long to make one. I've been thinking to myself actually that you know what would be kind of cool to do is to do like a rowboat giveaway for a newbie, for somebody wanting to try Wurm on stream. The only problem with that is that I don't want to take away somebody's like the joys of, you know, starting as a new character and the joys of having your very first ship yourself. So I sort of decided not to do something like that. I'm not sure. So, at this point, let's just double check and make sure that this is wild land. Yes. We'll get out our creature cage. And grab the horse. And you know what I might have forgotten to take, actually? Let me just see. Do I have any grass with me? I do. Okay, good. So we're going to tame the horse so we can get the saddle on it, as usual. Oh, there's a scorpion after me. Oh my goodness, Stacy, what have you gone and done? Stacy has given. I'm just going to disable that so it doesn't play over and over. Thank you so much, Stacy. Stacy has gifted a tier 1 sub to JD Booker, Emery Call, Weary Bard, David Offbeat, and Angry Brit. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. That is very kind. And yeah, that little song actually comes from, it's one of the YouTube, like there's the YouTube audio library where you can get like free songs to use for your videos, and I've just clipped away a little part from that song because it's a pretty cool song, and I thought it just worked really well for that, celebrating a sub. And yeah, thank you so much, my goodness. True, Chabney, the joys of sealing your first rowboat. That's true. Yeah, oh, we were in the middle of actually, I got completely distracted there. We meant to tame this horse, so let's just double click a mixed grass and tame Cane Cloud.
So, Emmy, recall, wild land is land that has not been claimed by any player. So when you are standing upon a tile that has been claimed by somebody else, has been deeded, in other words, it will say I can demonstrate in a moment. Let's just get this guy tamed first. And then there's also the possibility of standing upon perimeter land as well. So around each deed is tiles that are part of the perimeter of that deed. So whenever you're, building a house or making your own deed, you want to make sure that you're on, the lands of Wurm. So let me just get this guy finished. So when I double click this tile here, it says you see a part of the lands of Wurm, and we don't see any mention whatsoever of a deed. But once we go over here, we're going to see that. And Gareth Dranky, your Wurm adventures are going pretty good, but the landscaping is never ending. Yes. And you're constantly changing your mind about what's going to go where. That's part of the fun, right? This guy just simply does not want to be tamed. And Stacy, you were asking earlier on here, can we build, steal one of these real ships? Yeah, you can build them. So they're built like from little, like hundreds and hundreds of little parts. All of the ships you see here are player built. And of course, to build a ship like this, you have to chop down trees to get the wood. You have to go and fetch some tar from a tar pit. Oh, this is now tame. Okay. And then you need all kinds of little bits and pieces, ropes and sails and all kinds of things to make a ship. And let's put the horseshoes on as well onto these hoofs. Make the horse as fast as possible. Good. And then we're going to untame it. So we'll go over here, manage animals, untame. The reason we're untaming it now is because, so you have to tame it to get the saddle on if it's an unbranded horse. And the reason I'm untaming it is because if it was tame, monsters would actually attack it. So now, just to demonstrate the tile thing that Emery was asking about, so I'm presuming if I stand on this tile and I double click it, yes, it says this is within the perimeter of Northern Sanctuary. And if I were to actually, can I double click this? This is within the village of Northern Sanctuary. So, and the perimeter, the default for that is 5 tiles. So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I go to this one, I'm assuming this is now wild land. Yes. You see a part of the lands of Wurm. If I go 1 back, this is within the perimeter of Northern Sanctuary. The default is 5, but you can actually make it larger if you want. And the perimeter stops anyone from deeding, from their deed, overlapping yours. So actually, before we do that, let's just load the creature cage back onto the ship so that nobody steals it. And then go over back. And Stacy, just on your question about the ships, so not only can you build them, but you can also sell them to other players. Of course, some people have like whole shipbuilding businesses in the game. And as far as stealing ships on the PvE, well, you can steal ships if they're unlocked. So if somebody does not have an anchor and they don't have, and they have their permissions are like free to take, you could absolutely steal ships. So I've stolen ships. Chabney has stolen ships, but to be fair, the ones that I've stolen, at least, they've just been ones that have been just laying around. So who knows who they belong to originally.
Garazdranghi, that noise had you spinning around in your mind looking for a nasty mob. Oh no. And JD Booker, as a boat takes a while to decay, you were going to do an event where you secretly made a dozen rowboats around a server and placed a coin of varying value on each from iron to gold, from 1 iron to 1 gold, and then globally announced the treasure hunt. Oh, that sounds fun. Oh, it was the scorpion noise that got you, Garazdranghi, yeah. Hello, Angry Brit. Oi, stop baiting me in here with subs. I wonder how Angry Brit's adventures are going. I think he started playing Wurm as well. Borrow, yeah, exactly, Stacy. It's the choice of words here. Oh, you don't like your small boat? Oh, the one in UO Outlands. Yeah, here you can. There's different sizes. I think that is a caravel. Yeah, the caravel is the one that has the cross on the sails. And get this, Stacy. You can actually paint them whatever color you want as well. So these ones are not painted. None of these are painted, but people can paint. Oh, somebody's painted their rowboat over there. Oh, that's a sailboat, actually. Yeah, and obviously for a small ship, you don't need very many materials. But then the larger you go, and they all have like different qualities. So they have different qualities in their speeds, in how deep of the water they can go into, how much they can carry in the holds. How many passengers you can have on them. So for instance, in the caravel, you can actually have passengers standing up there in the crow's nest as well. And yeah, it's pretty awesome, the shipbuilding element of Wurm, that's for sure. Welcome back, Angry Brit. What are you making for dinner? And Chabney, you found an unlocked Gnar on Xanadu shortly after you started the game, and you still have it on your deed. Oh my gosh. And a Gnar that's quite it. So a Gnar is the one I have here. So that's quite a lot of work somebody's put into that. And you're waiting for the real owner to come for it, possibly. And oh, there's a crocodile gonna attack me. Let's just attack this while I catch up on the chat still. Oh, JD Booker, I didn't know that you could do that with carts back in the day, that you could take ownership of them like by switching over to Chaos. Huh. Interesting. Hello there, Jigs. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. And it is going good. We are on our weekly Wurm adventure here. And the spot that the button took us to, so we pressed this pick destination button, and it's taking us to the server of celebration today, and we've actually just arrived at this spot, and we're actually, let me just look at that real close. So I would imagine if we just go a little bit south, we will have reached the spot. So So I think what I'll do is I'll just go up this hill a little bit, and I would imagine that we have reached our destination, but we're going to continue our adventures. No worries, guys. We're going to go and actually visit Madnath's and Fabricant's place, since they live just a little bit to the south. So this is where we have to go. So we have to just head a little bit. We've just parked our ship right in that little nook right there. And so we have to head a little bit southwest from here, and see what's there. And if it's on somebody's deed, of course, we don't want to leave a sign right there, but we might leave one a little bit farther away. So somebody does seem to be living here. And I do like the way that they have this. It's quite nice how they have this. Oh gosh, what's going on? It's quite nice how they have this hedge fence plus the iron gates. Oh, there's aged hell scorpion. Let's just take care of that. And you know what I noticed, guys, by the way? So in last week's stream, all of that time I had defensive fighting mode on due to the fact that I had made a fresh install. Oh, and there's a anaconda as well, just waiting in line to come and attack me as well. So I had been in, normally I'm in aggressive fighting mode, but since I had to do a fresh install of Wurm, it had apparently just taken me to the defensive stance. Is there any little hill that I could... Let's just go up on a hill a little bit, just so I can get a little bit of that bonus from being up on higher ground. Especially with two such nasty mobs as those. Those are... Especially that anaconda can be quite nasty. Let's just go up a little bit higher, like so. It might just give us a little bit of a bonus. Oh. And thankfully that scorpion kind of forgot about us for a moment. There we go. Ah, right, Angry Brit. So you haven't been in Wurm. Okay. You've been playing other MMOs, though. So still in that kind of not sure what to play phase of late. I think what I'm remembering, Angry Brit, is you were probably just asking questions about Wurm. See, there have been like several actually new players starting Wurm in the past weeks who have been talking to me and asking questions, so I probably got muddled a little bit. So Emery, you're asking how hard a sailboat is. It's not too bad, but the rowboat is the only one somebody can sail under 20 skill points. So before you can control a larger ship than that, let me just get you the address from Wurmpedia that explains everything about what you need for the different ships. Let me just get this guy finished off first. He does not want to die. Okay. Wurmpedia ships. And so here's this chart. So it will tell you how much mind logic you have to have to control these. So for a small sailing boat, you would have to have 20.1 mind logic. So I'm just going to give you that link, and you can look into those different ships. Now, I have to say that the very first ship I ever made was actually a sailboat. It was not a rowing boat, simply because I was determined that I'm going to go on a sailing boat.
I wanted something where I could have a little bit more to carry. Let's just take care of this guy as well. Oh, Angry Brit, so you've had lots of hospital appointments. Actually, you know, Angry, I watched that one video of yours where you explained about your condition. I forget the name of it now, but it was really good that you started that series to explain that condition to people. I'm sure that's going to be very helpful. And I'm sorry you have to deal with that. So you had some pasta and sauce with cheese on top and some garlic bread. Sounds delicious. Madnath, you can climb the mountain at our deed if you really want to. If you die, I can at least summon your soul back to the deed. Yeah, I think I will leave the mountain climbing, the recreational mountain climbing for now, because I think what we'll do, Madnath, is, well, it depends on how long this takes. It is a little bit, yeah, it's 7:15. It sort of depends on when my son is going to be hitting bed. Now, we should probably butcher this thing. Oh, JD Booker, so you're saying you get the height bonus from being on a horse already. So there's not any additional benefit from being both on a horse and then up higher? And hey guys, you know what? I didn't remember to take any cotton with me. Let's go back down to the ship quickly and grab that cotton. Thank goodness I noticed it at this point. Completely forgot about taking it with me. And thankfully we have a nice quick ebony black horse here. So it's not much of a trip to go back. So cotton is needed, for those who don't know, cotton is needed to, they're like the bandages of the game. Let's take 20 cotton, I think should be more than enough. And what's our weight at right now? 66, that's not too bad. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. And actually there's a road up here that I could have just gone up. So let's actually go up this thing instead. And JD, you were saying the anacondas have a massive aggro range and will follow you for miles. Okay, well, I'm glad that I did away with that beastie then. Oh, that's true, Sipako. And hello, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you back again. So you're saying, Sipako, that you can finish a sailboat at around 15 shipbuilding, but the problem is being able to make the ropes and the sails for it. Absolutely true. Yes, especially those sails. Well, both the sails and the ropes. You're gonna need quite high rope building skills, rope making skills, and then a little pile of scorpion cochineal. So, you know, here's this little mountain over here. Now, if we look at this mountain range, it's almost like I went past the spot that we needed to go to. Since this, I'm assuming that this long thing here is this long thing here, right? And I'm just going to ignore that crocodile for now. If we look at this mountain range, I'm assuming that the spot that we need to reach
is just when we start to see the sea over here, but there's a deed. This would be a perfect place to leave a sign though. Let's just see if any monster is still after us. Just gonna... I don't think so. So I think what we'll do... Let's just take care of that spider at least. Maybe take care of both of these things so they don't come and bother us. Let's just do away with them. Oh, Angry, I'm all... damn it, I'm mixing you up. You know who I'm mixing you up with all the time? I'm mixing you up with that Bob guy who has the YouTube channel. And of course, you are not... I met you playing... you were playing Legends of Arya. I'm remembering now. I don't know. I think it's because I met both of you guys around the same time. Yes. Sorry about that, Angry Brit. I'm mixing you up with... hold on. Let me just look him up. I've shared his link before. And then when you mentioned the hospital thing, I was thinking, ah, this must be that guy, right? Hold on. So, this is the guy I'm talking about, Super Bits and Bob. And you know, one of the reasons I think I also mixed you guys up a little bit as well, Angry Brit, was because you're both from the UK. You both have kind of similar voices, similar accents, and yeah, he does also. He also. And I know, Angry Brit, I know for sure at least this thing that you play Shroud of the Avatar, because I was on one of your streams when we were playing that. But this guy also plays, I think, Shroud of the Avatar. Let me just double check so I'm not just talking silliness here. Yes, Shroud of the Avatar. You see, I got you guys muddled up. So he does have a video here where he's explaining about his medical condition. Unless I'm getting mixed up again. I think it was here somewhere. There it is, yeah. So ME/CFS. Yeah, so sorry about that, Angry Brit. That's kind of embarrassing to get you guys mixed up like that. So anyhow, those guys are both dead. Now we can go and plant that. And so anyhow, so this Super Bits and Bob, he started playing Wurm just recently, and for some reason he hasn't done any more videos on Wurm. I hope he didn't get demotivated. Because I was really enjoying his videos, actually. He was just starting out. He was sort of documenting the process, and he seemed to be, like, really, really enjoying himself. So, I think I will plant the sign right here, because it's in the way of the tree. So it's not going to be, like, an eyesore for the guy for whoever lives in this deed. But it'll be a sort of surprise thing that you discover if you happen to go by here. So I would assume we are now on the right spot. And we will just plant this little deed here. Malena was here.
And it was just a failed gallbladder operation that took 6 hours instead of 1. Oh gosh. They put holes in your liver tubes. What? What the heck, Angry Brit? Oh my gosh. Horrible. So Sipaku, you're saying there is a merit in getting on higher ground even if mounted in order to deny the mob having elevation bonus, but you're not sure if it works that way. I see. And Madnath, wave to Pandy when you pass Peaceful Harbor. You built her Libella Colossus. Oh, she's offline. Near enough, and JD Booker, you'd say I'm near enough the spot. Yeah, I think so. But there it is. If somebody happens, I doubt anyone will be going through here. But if they happen to do that, they will be like, "Huh? What the heck is that?" And JD Booker, you haven't played Shroud of the Avatar for many years. Neither have I. I also backed the game back in the day with about 80 bucks. And I got some items, but I have never been back after. And yeah, it's hard. Yeah, Angry Brit, you were saying that you enjoy them all, but you just can't figure out where to focus full time. You don't like playing multiple MMOs. I know exactly what you're talking about. You want to really feel addicted and immersed in one game and, just be fantasizing about the things that you want to do in that one game. I totally get it. I totally get it. Yeah, I have to say that now that I'm playing Wurm, both Wurm and Legends of Arya, that's pretty much as far as MMOs go, that sort of fills up my MMO quota for now. For sure. For instance, Archage Unchained. Of course, everyone is raving on and on and on about that right now, and I kind of feel like I'm missing out, that I'm being left out of the experience. But I just know for myself that I simply cannot take on any other MMOs right now, as definitely these two games take up all my time. Now, as for Red Dead Redemption, I kind of think of that as being a different experience since it's not an MMO. So I don't psychologically feel that is an interruption of my MMO stuff. Really, it's more like a side like entertainment thing. So, there's lots of beasties around here. So we're facing south, and I'm not going to bring out the community map because that's going to be just too easy. But now we have to reach Fabricant and Madnath's place. So I think we're now in this sandy area that we can see here. So I think let's just get going south and see if we can find maybe some kind of trail here. Let's just keep that open here on the side. And Angry Brit, you're saying they messed up and they should have taken your gallbladder out when they saw how bad it was, but they made you wait 4 months. Oh my gosh. You're guessing that a compensation package will be happening if you have anything to do with it. Although they normally do a great job, this was a royal fuck up, right? Yeah, that sounds pretty nasty. I mean, poking holes in your liver tubes, what the heck? Gareth Drengi, Wurm isn't an MMO, it is a genuine alternate life. Yes, that is true as well.
So I'm guessing Madnath is, was it you or was it JD Booker? One of you guys said that you had, well let's just examine this and see who has built it. You had been saying that you had built it. Examine. Let's see. We're too far away. Examine. Madnath. You can see that there, we can't see all of the letters, but you can clearly see that if this would be improved more, you would get the name Madnath. So the way it works in Wurm is that the higher the quality, the more of the letters of the name will be revealed. And the quality of this is only 21. It has some damage as well. Should I just repair that? I have pretty high repairing skill. Let's just repair that a little bit. And Angry Brit, you just hit high end in Arcade, but there are many issues and why 4 of us have just stopped. Oh, really? So are you saying that it's not worth even giving it a go then, eh? Oh, and that seems to be a troll. You know, this Super Bits and Bob guy, he I was watching him play, and he, with some guards, he actually killed a couple of trolls, and you know what? He got 2 recipes off them. And I was like, what the heck? I've been playing this game for years, and I can only remember ever getting maybe 1 recipe off a troll ever. And I was thinking to myself, I should absolutely try and kill trolls a little bit more than I do. I mean, you guys have seen me killing them in these streams, but he got 2 of them. He had just started Wurm. What the heck? So about Archage, you're saying, Angry Brit, that PvP is fun until 50, then problems come with some mechanics and futures not working in the game, which makes it right now look like more of a cash grab, to be honest. I see. Yeah. I mean, it has always had that flavor of cash grab, hasn't it? So maybe they've just, you know, altered it a little bit so they're masking the cash grab now with this new system. And JD Booker, you're saying that desert has always been good for fight skill. I can imagine. And that's the one you made, Madnath, that Colossus over there. It's a fine Colossus. If I were to ever build one, I think that is probably the model I would go for. It is the prettiest one, I think. And Madnath, you hit 91 repair skill last night. Oh my gosh. Nice. My skill in repairing is... Let's see. Do we still have the one from when I was fixing that? That's already gone past. No, hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Fighting with this troll has already removed it from the log. But I think my repair skill is about between 50 and 60, somewhere there. So, any recipe? No, just a club. Oh well, I think I will make it my mission to actually kill all the trolls that I see here. Oh, and there's actually a guard that I could make use of. He didn't even notice me. What the heck? There we go. I got the guards to come and help us. Garrus Dranky, you have 27 repair already. That's pretty good, considering that you've only just started Wurm a few weeks ago. And Coffee, you had the time of your life in Archage last night. You and your brother found an illegal tree farm, waited and started harvesting while the 3 people that owned it desperately tried to out-harvest you guys, chased you off and you chased off a couple of reds in the process. Oh my gosh. Coffee, you're like me. You're like a sweetie pie on the outside, but you have this evil side in you. I've noticed that. We're alike in that way. I'm the same. Okay, do we have any... Nope, no recipe. Damn it. An angry Brit regarding cash grab, you mean as in they have not fully implemented the game's needs at this time, which is a bit odd seeing as the game is like many years old already. Yeah, well that's true enough. I mean, I tried Arcade just very, very briefly. Is this an abandoned deed, guys? Let's see what we have here. Is there anything... This looks like it's been looted dry ages ago and there's just the furniture left. But let's double check. Enter at your own risk. No frivolous behavior tolerated. Knowledge tile to the south. Yeah, this has been looted ages ago. An old... Oh, and actually, hold on. Is this, this could be a newbie's place. What does it say here? The grass is wild and seems to like it here. Yeah, this is wild land. But I'm assuming a newbie probably lives here, or else a newbie spotted this place and decided, because that house has not decayed yet, so maybe a newbie lives here, so we're not going to touch this stuff. Let the newbie enjoy their experience. So yeah, Madnath, I don't know anything about the lava tiles. So you're just saying that just get a lava tile and repair everything on it daily. Easy skill to grind up. Huh. There's a big old shark over there. Let me just get some water. So I'm assuming a lava tile is something you can create with the what do you call it? I keep on thinking about the WoW transmogrify. That's not the word I'm looking for. But when you transform like a tile type, can you? So you know how you can make clay tiles and so forth. Can you do that for a lava tile as well? Transmutation, that's the word I'm looking for. And the support page? Seriously, Angry Brit. So ArchH's support page goes to a failed web location. Oh my gosh. That is pretty crazy bad, for sure. And this body of water, hold on now. Let's just have a look here. Okay, so right, we're going along... It seems we're going along the shoreline right now. So maybe we'll just keep on going along the shore. And we just need to get to the other side of this mountain range here. And then head straight southeast.
Coffee. Oh, cats. Crime really excites me in the game. Coffee, you have heard, haven't you? Of course you've heard. Have you heard that about the changes that they're proposing for Legends of Arya? The PvP changes, that everything is going to be PvP except towns, and they will be bringing in the thievery profession, or like thievery skills. You might actually see me go to Crimson Sea now if they're implementing that, because I loved being a thief in Ultima Online. I just got the biggest kick out of that. Just reading back this chat, trying to catch up with you guys. Oh, Coffee had already left by the time I responded to him, actually. Oh no, you did hear that bit. You did hear that bit, Coffee. Okay. Yeah, thievery. But you're gonna be heading off for some food, so I will talk to you later. Look at all of these lavender bushes, my goodness. It's crazy how much you can actually change the look of the environment just with a whole bunch of bushes alone. Why is my horse going so slowly? Oh, there's a troll. Time for some killing. And Jigs, do a lot of people play the online version? Are you talking about, I'm guessing you're talking about Wurm Online? I think the amount we're talking about, several hundred that play, if I've understood correctly. Maybe Madnath can clarify. Madnath, is Perkele the secret word, secret password to enter your deed? Ah, you only have unlimited, Jigs. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Several hundred per... Not per server. It sort of depends on the server. No recipe whatsoever. Yeah, I think even just on Xanadu alone, you'll have several hundred logged on at the same time. I'm trying to rack my brain and remember now. But definitely, like all in all, if we think about all the servers put together, it's definitely several hundred that will be online at the same time. Yeah, MRV, actually, you would be the best person to
to actually explain to Jigs here, like what your experiences have now been being an old Wurm Unlimited player, or having come from Wurm Unlimited, how you're finding Wurm Online in comparison. So somebody has a big old castle or deed at least over here. Looks like it's been a lot of work to make that. What's this place called? Blacksmith is what it's called. Let's go, just go have a little look here. So for player count, Madnath has a link here. Let's have a look. So server status. Okay, so total players 232 out of 7,150. And I guess as the evening goes on, we're going to see more online because the Europeans, it'll be evening for them, and then the North Americans are getting off work gradually. This is like a huge town. Huge deed, my goodness. And imagine, guys, for those who don't know very much about Wurm, this entire town that we're going through right now, it's owned by one person. I mean, they probably have like several people living in their town, but one person can own all of that. Because you yourself can control how much land you own, how many tiles worth, and whether you live there alone or whether you want to have other people living there with you. So Emery, you're saying that the advantage of the large numbers of players, let's actually go over here. Because we should be heading southeast, actually. But Emery is saying the advantage of the large number of players and not finding a server owned by someone on a power trip. Yes. Exactly. And it's like the official server, right? So all the players are equal here. You don't have to feel like you have to schmooze and gussy up but warm up to the server owner or be on good terms with the server owner. You don't have to feel like there might be favorites on the server, friends of the server owner that get special privileges. Everyone's an equal here on the official servers, and you don't have to worry about a player who is just suddenly going to decide that, maybe I don't feel like keeping this server anymore. Let's just see what direction we're heading in. South. Okay, we're still going in the right direction. And Madnath, I'm so close now, am I? I'm coming, Madnath. Are you ready? Do you have some tea and cakes? I hope you've been busy baking some nice... Oh, there's a fierce goblin. Let's just take that little guy down. See if we can get a skull. Yeah, I hope you've been busy baking, Madnath, and you have a whole bunch of goodies waiting for me. I'm getting colder now. Okay. Oh, there's another little goblin over here.
And I have to probably butcher him to get his skull. Aged fierce goblin. They seem relatively easy to kill. And the sound they make is just hilarious. Okay, butchering time. And Jigs, you run a server on Outlaws of the Old West, Cryofall, and making some changes to your Conan server, but you need some players. Yeah, not much fun having those if you don't have the players to play on them, right? Ooh, guys. Oh my gosh. Supreme recipe, tall tail sausage. And it was just in this stream that I started to talk about, man, I wish I could get myself a recipe. And have you guys ever seen me get a recipe? In all of the trolls, all of the goblins I've been killing in previous streams, no, you have not. And we also got a goblin skull. Oh my gosh. I am very happy about that. I am super duper happy. So let's just learn this before, just so I never lose it. Read recipe. Add to cookbook. So what do we have here? Sausage skin, mandatory. Breadcrumbs, chopped vegetables, chopped nettles, fat, raw lemon, salt, and a tail. Signed, Granny Gobin. To make this recipe, it must be put in your cookbook. Add to cookbook. Yay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'm so happy about that. Like, that would now be the second recipe I've ever gotten in all these years of playing the game, guys. And I just think the coincidence of me mentioning that at the beginning of this stream, or like once we arrived here, it's just pretty hilarious that we now got one. It's almost like it was fate, right? Oh yes, and thanks guys. And oh yeah, Madnath was saying I was getting colder, so I think... So let me just... Oh, there's another goblin. What is this, like a goblin town here somewhere? Maybe like a spawner. Where's the little guy? Over there. Aged fierce goblin, this guy as well. I wonder if there's a spawner here. So for those who are new to Wurm, there you can sometimes find like these I forget what they're called. They're not nests. Or were they called nests? They're these little mounds of ground, and they will spawn like some monsters for you. And let me just... These recipes, do you have to butcher to actually see a recipe? Or is it just... I know I've asked that before. I think it's supposed to just be there, right? Without butchering. Okay. Good. Yeah, so let me just check the map here. So Madnath is over here. And we're seeing some water to the west. But I would assume that this water right here is this little area. Just take a closer look. Or am I actually possibly right here? Well, what's clear is I need to start heading east, that's for sure. So let's go up here and go straight east. So it should just be there, says Eladoc, like the club. Okay. Okay. But yeah, that was very, very nice. And it was a supreme one as well. Are they all the recipes that drop on those mobs, on the humanoid mobs? Are they, look at all those little goblins over there, guys. We're gonna go on a huge goblin killing, and one is attacking me right now. What the heck?
What is up with all these goblins in this area? Well, I'm certainly not complaining. This is awesome. Maybe we'll get some more recipes. And Du Johnson, you've seen a lot of recipes just laying on the highway recently. Really? So I wonder if they've suddenly made the spawn more frequent for recipes then. Huh. Well, we're gonna butcher this guy for his skull, in any case. But yeah, we should walk around this area and just try and kill all these goblins. See if we can get another recipe. There's a whole bunch of them over here. What is up with all of these goblins in this area? Just get close enough to that guard. It's to have the guard take down the crocodile, actually. I can't be bothered with the crocodile, and I'll take care of the goblins meanwhile. So what's the story with the Goblin King, Madnath? Oh, really? He's a unique, says J.D. Booker, like the dragon. Dragons are. Ah, so he spawns with a metric shit ton of goblins. Interesting. Huh. Ooh, we got another one, guys. This one is not, this is just like a normal one, though. Recipe, fishy fingers. Read recipe. Add to cookbook. Nice, I didn't have that one either. Very, very nice. What the heck? They must have changed something with the frequency of when those recipes are dropped. There must be something going on now. Another skull. And this song is a little bit dismal, I think. Let's just, oh, it's the Cinderay one, so it has such a, so it has a pretty part, but it also has a kind of grim part. Okay, we're gonna keep it because it has the beautiful parts to this song as well. Because I'd rather have, like, you know, beautiful, uplifting cinematic music on this. There's a troll over there on this playlist, but I'm just gonna walk around a bit and just see if we can find more of those goblins. There's one. What the heck is going on? Venerable, fierce goblin. So many.
And just for those of you who are new to Wurm or still learning about Wurm, let me just share with you guys the crazy amount of recipes this game has. Hold on now. We should go over here. Here we go. So, and if you don't want any, like, if you want to discover these for yourself, look away now. Just a disclaimer that, because some people want to just discover them on their own. Let me just get the zooming. What would be, let's see, view, zoom. Let's go to 200. Okay, there we go. So just look at this huge list of all of the different recipes in Wurm Online. It is absolutely mind-boggling. And these are just the ones that have been discovered so far. Just look at me scrolling past. There's the fishy fingers is the one that I just got right now. Right there. Can you imagine, guys, how many food recipes there are in this game? And still probably more to be discovered. It's absolutely nuts. If anyone wants that spreadsheet, here's the link. Yeah, it is a lot, isn't it, Jigs? Okay, did we get a recipe from this guy then? No, but we'll try and get his skull at least. So for those who are wondering, why do I want the skulls? Let me just show you. Where's Wurmpedia? Here we go. Skull cup. Here we go. So from goblin skulls, you can make these beautiful goblets. I still haven't made them from the ones that I've collected previously, but we should make those one of these times. So that's the reason. And so getting these skulls is a very delightful process. I think it's just the goblins that actually drop them and not any of the other humanoids, right? Thank you, guards, for your help. Now let's see if we can find any more goblins before we go over to Madnath's and Fabricant's place. There's a troll. Let's take him down. So, Madnath, you're saying excludes recipe drops, but at least there was the ones that I just learned on that list. I think it does have the recipe drops as well. So what was the first one that I learned? Do we still see it in the event window here? Or can we see anything about those? Fishy fingers, that was that one. That was at least on the list. And the one before... Tall tail sausage. I'm pretty sure that is going to be here as well. Tall tail. Oh, that's not actually here, but the fishy fingers one was at least. So it seems I've discovered one that has not been added. Let me just see if the fishy fingers one has any mention of it being like a drop. Let me see. Here we go. No. So I wonder if it's... I wonder if fishy fingers is something you could discover on your own anyhow, but I just got the recipe just to get it quicker. And then the supreme and rare ones are the ones that you can only get as drops. Oh, there's a goblin. Tons and tons of little goblin guys around here. What is up with that? Oh, it doesn't have horse burger and fries either. Goblin skull, no recipe, unfortunately. But I am super duper happy. Like, it was well worth this trip to even just get those 2 recipes. My goodness. Let's see if we can get any more goblins to come out of the woodworks here. Oh, there's one. What the heck? So many around here. There must be some kind of like nest or something like that. This is crazy amount of these. I've never seen so many goblins in one spot before. Aha, I hear a little bell. That must be that must be Madnath. Hello, Madnath. So are you here to escort me? You're just thinking that I'm getting so distracted by all these goblins that it's time. Do we have some like a pie in the oven or dinner ready or anything like that? Why is my horse going so slowly? And it shouldn't have any damage on it because, no, it's just maybe because it hasn't eaten for some time. I'm not sure. But look how much faster Madnath is going, even though I have, I should, like technically I should have a faster horse because this one is Ebony Black, 5 speed. How is Madnath going so much faster? What is going on? Look at him go. My horse is just like walking, basically. Ah, the gear. Yeah, but like even because usually my horses will actually run, but my horse refuses to run right now. I wonder if it's just, you know, kind of exhausted, out of stamina or something. The goblin skulls. That could be it, yeah. The weight I have right now is 87. It is a bit on the heavy side. What? Madnath! What are you... How did you just do that? How did you just go like at this hyperspeed like that? What the heck? Hello, Siren. How in the world... So it seems like you're a sorcerer. No, that's just your title, isn't it? What the heck?
Oh, I should let it graze and groom it, and then the traits will work again, says Seren. I see. Yeah, I wonder if I actually have I think I might actually have a brush with me. Okay, I'm just going to try that Madnath. We have a grass tile here. Let's go stand on that quickly. And I will groom the horse. And let's see if we can make any difference. You have now tended to mature cane cloud and she seems pleased. But I have not seen the horse eat anything yet. This is a grass tile. Well, let's see if the brushing alone made any difference. Maybe a little bit of a difference. But then again, we are kind of going downhill now as well. My gosh, he is going so fast. It's mind-boggling. So the gear can have such a huge effect, can it? I really need to brush up on my my blacksmithing skills to make better horseshoes and better and my leatherworking skills to work on my saddle and get them improved up. Clearly, I had no idea that the quality of the gear could have such a huge effect. What the hell? What the hell, guys? Look at him go. Amazing. And Seren, you know your stuff because you so you clearly know your stuff because you won the last horse racing at your friend's Impalong. My goodness. My horse, Madnath. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear Madnath's speed. Mine is only 21.22 right now. Usually my horses do run faster though, but of course it could be the weight. And the quality of my gear is not the best. My horseshoes are at around 20. My saddle and bridle are around 50, something like that, I think. Could be even lower. Let's actually have a look. Saddle is only 35, horseshoes 27, bridle 35. Oh, look at him go! What the hell? Okay, Madnath, you've totally now inspired me to, I need to work on my leatherworking and my blacksmithing, clearly. Clearly. Let me just get a drink here as well. I'm not sure whether your own stamina and whether you've eaten has any effect on your speed. Well, let's just eat a little bit. Poor Madnath has to keep waiting up for me because he just zips along. It must be so fun to explore on at that speed. My gosh. And hello, Eladoc. I think we already spoke earlier in the stream. Jewelry smithing makes and make them out of different materials, also casts on the equipment. So are there, I wonder, oh there he is over there. So can you get jewelry? Okay, so I'm guessing this is their place. And we see immediately a corpse of an aged champion rift ogre on the top there. Is this your guy's place? At least it's looking really cool from this direction. Let's see. Under construction. Where did he go? I'm guessing this might be it though. I totally lost track of where Madnath is. But let's go have a look.
And there's a whale as well. Somehow just from seeing these, yeah, we're in the right place. So even just from seeing these guys up here, I can tell that it's like it's a place where Fabricant and Madnath live, because they do crazy stuff like that. So this is your guys' place, is it? And look at that beautiful castle. So Madnath, do you want to take me on a tour? Or do you want me to just look around on my own? And what happens if I actually, since this horse of mine is not branded, can I just park it somewhere? Am I able to grab it when I leave? I should park it on some enchanted grass. Do you have some enchanted grass I could put it on? So it'll be nice and replenished when I get out of here. Don't want to be putting it on those, or can I just put it on these? I see you have your own horses here on these cornfields. Is that meant to be the food for your horses? I'm guessing this should be okay. I'll just put it over here on the same tile as this cart, so it's far enough from your horse. Okay. Ooh. Look at that fancy schmancy place. You guys have champagne here, rare champagne. Look at all those masks that you guys have. And there's the Puzzle King's crystal ball. All of these rarities. Rare lingonberry, Auld Lang Syne, whatever that means. And so many dragon skulls. And what is he doing upstairs? Let's go see. Where did he go? Or is there somebody else building up there? Or was that you, Madnath? And make sure, you're saying make sure to check the breastplate and the bench outside. Breastplate and bench. There's a bench. Oh, here. Pile of leather pants. No, that's not what I'm supposed to be looking at. And he's carrying around a still. I'm confused. Let me just catch up with the chat here quickly. That's true, Angry. You were saying if you make your horse go faster, your today's destination thing could be cut by 2/3 to get there. That's true. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe speed is not always the best thing, because then they would be like really, really fast, wouldn't they? And Afra, hello. The Twitch is messing up. The screen keeps turning black. Oh dear. Is anyone else having that issue? You might want to just refresh your browser, Afra. That might help. Unless other people are having that issue as well. And Fabricants. Look where I am, Fabricant, here in your guys' place.
Check out the practice doll too. We have a special guest at our deed. The breastplate on the table is made of olive wood too. And you guys are not having any black problems. Okay. Okay, so I guess it must be at your end then. AP. Yeah. Okay, so we needed to check something here on the table still, did we? So there is a rare birchwood Woody Harrelson. And there was like some armor. Okay, I think this was the stuff we needed to... So this is the bench you guys were talking about. This bar table, I think. Breastplate, olive wood. How can metal armor be made of wood, though? And I guess that's the whole point of this, that it's kind of an oddity, right? Oh, and there you guys have the Dragon Fang statue, and I need to place that somewhere as well. So what about the damage that all of these beautiful items take? Like, do you guys, because, you know, this thing that we've talked about so many times on my stream, that that items put on the surfaces of tables take damage, but if they were on the floors, they... Oh, no, it didn't make any difference, yeah, if they're on the floor or not, but aren't you guys afraid that they're going to take damage? I have to go see what upstairs looks like. I'm too curious now. Ooh, this is cozy. Look at this cozy little... And here is somebody called Mega Min. Somebody's blacksmithing here. And what else do we have here? A little, I guess this is like for making booze. We have a still and some barrels, wine barrels over there. So yeah, Madnath, I need to ask, can I just explore freely, or did you want me to follow you around? I'm a little bit unsure now what to do. And up here, a whole bunch of random stuff. Unfinished iron bird cage, so that's what it looks like if it's unfinished. I feel like I'm kind of invading on you guys' private areas here by just like snooping around. Well, I'll just follow you, Madnath. You take me on the tour. So they rarely get damaged. You just repair them every once in a while. Oh, Mega Man is your alt, I see. Oh, go ahead and explore as you like? Okay. The deed is your oyster. And next to your forge, there's a supreme bird cage. Let's have a look at that. You know, I have yet to actually build a bird cage in this game. Hold on, how the heck did I get up there? I think it was up here. Oh, here we go. I have never seen a bird cage live. Oh, here we go. Isn't it weird, guys, that they put a chicken inside the bird cage? I wish they would make an actual bird for this. Although I guess it is kind of funny that there's a chicken inside, but it feels kind of lazy on the other hand. I personally would prefer if it would be an actual birdie. So is there anything you can do with this? No. It'd be kind of funny if you could push, like if there would be an option to push or nudge, and then the chicken would go bop, bop, and just like react to that somehow. That's an alternative route to go inside. Okay, let's do a proper exploration of this area then. I want to go see this White Castle. JD Booker, don't worry, I'm sure the dodgy dungeons will remain locked. Oh dear, are there some dodgy dungeons here hidden away? Don't scare me. Fabricant, you're saying, feel free to look around. Just note that the deed is nowhere near completion and there's still parts you need to build. Well, so far it's looking amazing, though. Ah, that's a nice idea, JD Booker, yeah. Have some, like, use for it. Let's see, what do we have in here? So there's this, I'm assuming this is like a furniture storage area. I need to make something like that as well. Okay, now the castle. I'm so anxious to see this place. Let me just turn off all of these. Oh yeah, and you were saying, Madna, there's actually stuff in the local chat here. Home sweet home. Because I was thinking that I'll just turn off actually these UI elements so that they're not... I'm just going to turn these off. I don't want to turn the UI off completely so that we can mouse over stuff. But I'm just going to turn off all these like things here from... so we can properly enjoy the look of this place. There we go, nice and clean. And now we can still, you know, mouse over and inspect things. But that is one magnificent looking castle. And I like the unfinished epic portal. That's a pretty cool idea. Never thought of doing that. Oh, we got into the castle storage, it seems. So I'm guessing that the main entrance is you have to go up the ramp, right? More storage. Come on, guys. What the heck? You have this glorious white marble castle, and what you're expecting when you go in there is this regal carpeted area with beautiful chase sofas and lots of beautiful furniture, and then it's like this storage area. Come on, guys. That's what happens when you have a couple of guys living together on a deed, it seems. More storage up here. Please clean clothing before returning. Look at all this stuff. And there you guys have one of those Jackal lodestones to go over to the new Jackal server. Oh, this is pretty cool. Rare tin statue of a lava fiend. That's beautiful. I guess you guys have dyed that red, haven't you? That's pretty cool. And Madnath there lurking in the background. I'm just gonna go up to the very top first. See what we have here. Whole bunch of this bedroom of some kind. All those carpets. What do we have? Is this some secret little spot here? Oh, this is where the whale and that champion rift ogre are. Okay, let's get down. I think I actually have... I thought I had... Okay, climb down Alt S. I knew it. I knew I had some keybinds for going up and down the ladders. I'm gonna get so lost in this place. All of these rare statues, my goodness. Another bedroom. Oh, and there's one of those skull cups, guys. There you have it. Cup of cheer. And this takes you into some huge blacksmith. No, this is a cooking area. So you have all these ovens here in the middle, and all the food storage all over the place. I'm gonna get so lost here. Horses ready for the slaughter, it seems, right next to the kitchen. horsey area. You guys have some other animals as well. Hell horses over there. It seems like this needs some grass and enchanting. Some more horses. Oh, Madnath, sorry, I didn't notice in time. So you were saying the room you're standing next to, read the sign and enter when prepared. Yeah, I think I've probably passed that area already. I didn't notice your chat at that point. Father Jack, drunkard, second best priest of August Boar. So I think Madnath was standing up here when I saw him. Somewhere over here, possibly. Rift. Or was he up here on this level? I can't remember anymore. Oh, there he is. Okay, here we go. 7.5 silver per hour. So what is this place? The Tasteful Club. So, 7.5 silver per hour. I don't have any money on me, Madnath. Is this what you brought me for? So do I get free access? I see a jail in here though. Do I dare go in? Are you gonna capture me in here? No refunds. Is this like a torture chamber? Like a BSDM torture chamber. You got and I'm surprised you guys didn't rename these. So somebody is... Oh, Retro has been here, it seems. And there's another Retro corpse arcade. Poor Retro. Go ahead. Entry is free, says Madnath. Oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into for coming to visit this place? There's a drainage bucket in that room for a reason. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to guess what that means. Ugh. Either blood draining or some other like bodily fluid draining bucket. We should not talk about it. And here's some kind of alchemy place, I'm guessing. I need to set up some kind of alchemy joint on my island. There's so much to still do. Okay, let's not go there anymore. We've already been there a million times. Let's see if there's access from through here. Let's see what this little black building is all about. Oh, the door is locked. It's like a secretive dungeon. But there's access from here. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, that was that place. Okay. Gosh, it's been so great that they added these steps to the game. I mean, we didn't always have those wooden steps in Wurm. So people just had to go... Back when I first started playing Wurm, all you had was... To get upstairs, you only had ladders. Can you imagine? There was no bridges, there were no steps. Let's go have a look at this place. It's pretty cool design. So basically, for those who are new to Wurm, the way this has been built is that they built like a whole bunch of stories all the way up, and then they destroyed the ones beneath so they could make this flat area at the top like that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Hello, the Ascorbic. Yeah, indeed. Oh, you're saying that there was a time when we didn't have ladders either. So I'm guessing that back then there was not any multi-story building. Surely they must have brought the ladders in once the multi-story building came along. So here we are on top of that flat part. We're pretty high up. You guys have your own little swimming pool over here, or like a little pond to keep your boats in and go fishing. Ooh, look at that. Very cool. You have this pond here. There's some water. I know it's not very easy to see on the stream, but you have guys made a nice ornamental like pattern there. It's a beautiful view over here of the whole deed. I'm sure you guys must have taken many screenshots. Actually, now I'm seeing this waterway. I want to go see what's underneath that tunnel. And that was the building we were first in with all with the smithing area. Let's go see these lower layers. Or do the upper layers even have anything of interest? I'm guessing not. I'm guessing it's just a tower. But I want to go see what's underneath that. It takes you to the mines. I wonder if the mine door is open to go and investigate. And hello there, Dragonfire. And has Wurm development slowed down? The updates have been very small. So I think with the updates before, you know, considering the team is so small, the updates didn't have any like proper like I wonder if Madnath has opened this up for me. No, I don't have access. Oh well. But it looked just like a normal mine in there anyhow. But like before, you know, considering that the team is so small, the updates were kind of coming in a very crazily fast pace, which is not really feasible for a small game team. I mean, if I think about the projects we've done updates every few months, whereas the Wurm team used to do like new stuff several times a month. And so what they did is they made it a little bit more professional, and I think are they doing monthly updates at this point or bi-monthly updates? So that will give enough time for the team to properly work on stuff and get it tested and everything before they release it. Let me just catch up with the chat as well. And hello, Lurking, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you back again. The legate is a paddle, says Fabricant. Yeah, you guys need to rename the legate to paddle. Or, of course not, you can't rename per se, but give it an additional name. And Madnath, you're saying, I should let you meet the pet. Oh dear. Madnath, I'm glad there's been no comment about having too many wagons. Yeah, Jigs, the Wurm community is the best. I have to say, the Wurm community, out of all of the MMO communities, I would say that Ultima Online would come a very close second. And I have to say that the community on the Legends of Arya server where I'm playing right now is very, very nice. We have a great bunch of people on that server right now. But yeah, Wurm, the community of Wurm is amazing. And I think there's like
logical reasons for that. It's because when you make an account in Wurm, you don't have the option to make several different characters with that one account. It's one character per account. And so you not only would you protect the reputation of your let me just take a seat here. Not only would you protect the reputation of your account due to, just having that one character on the account, but also because the community is so small. And the community, does a lot of trading, a lot of events together. So you would not want to ruin your reputation. So I think that has an effect on how people behave as well. You're not going to behave like an asshole in Wurm because you don't want to tarnish the reputation of your character, right? So I would think that, it's not so much the case of the people just being better, although I'm sure that has an effect as well. I think it's also because, there's this logical reason behind people just, when you are playing a game like this, you don't want to be acting like an ass. You can't afford to. Okay, so where is Madnath taking me? Yeah, 5 characters per email address. Oh, you guys have your own whale? What the hell? Okay, I can't get past the gate, but I'll just look at you from over the fence here. You guys have your own whale. How in the heck did you get a whale in here? How in the heck? I wonder if you can actually tame whales and breed them. Can you tame the creatures of the sea like sharks and dolphins and breed them amongst each other? Yes, Jigs, that's so true. And you unlock the gate. Let's have a closer look at that whale. And Eladoc, you're saying reputations are huge, even if on opposite sides of the PvP server. A lot are still friends when they're on the PvE servers. Yeah, I can imagine. Venerable champion blue whale. How in the heck? Oh shit! How in the heck did you guys get this whale in here? You captured a whole whale. What the hell? So if you can't tame them, Madnath, how did you guys get this whale in here? Or is it like as a secret? Sipaku, he's gonna feed you for a whale. Well, you can kite them by them just hitting them, but you guys, you're not close to the sea, are you? Well, there's some water over here. Is that like a tunnel over through the mountain to the sea? Huh. Wow, that is quite special, I have to say. Having your own whale captured is pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, so thank you so much for the tour. Do you still have some stuff to show me, Madnath? Oh, you guys have the little statues here. I still haven't gotten haven't been doing enough of my archaeology to get those little statues made. Where's he off to now? Oh, there he is. Should I grab my horsey? Should get my UI elements back in view. Let's see, chat window, event window, health bar, target window.
Don't really need the quick bar here. Tool belt. I do love the fact in Wurm that you can just freely control the UI however you like and resize it and move it around freely. Yeah, that is indeed a handsome collection of wagons now that you mention it. Beautiful. Beautiful collection of wagons. You guys have your little moss and clay and tar and peat tiles going on. I need to make this this kind of little thing as well. So a few years ago, it was introduced in the game. Like before, if you wanted clay or tar, on your deed, you basically had to build your deed right where there happened to be these types of tiles. But then they brought the transmutation ability in the game, where if you combined various ingredients, you could make liquids with which to transmutate tiles into different types of special tiles like these ones. So that's why these guys are able to have all 4 tiles all next to one another like that. So you're seeing me off now, Madnath? Thank you so much for the tour. You guys have an amazing place, and I will surely come back and explore some more. Let me see what you're saying here. Aww. Can I do a little kiss? There we go. You are too far away to do that. Mwah! There we go. Yeah, thanks so much for the tour. And that's mostly everything now. You're saying, Madnath, and you can't let me into the mine. No worries, no worries. So off we go. And let me see now. Should we... Let me see. How long has the... One sec. You know, actually, we've been already streaming for 3 hours, 20 minutes. So I think what we'll do is... this is a pretty good package for sort of wrapping up the stream. Maybe what we'll do is I'll just run back to my my ship. We reached the goal. We went to visit Madnath's and Fabricant's place, and maybe along the way we will stumble upon some more of those little goblins and trolls. So let's just head back to the ship. Let me just make sure I'm going in the right direction. Oh, I need to get my compass out as well. And we'll wrap up the stream once I get to my boat, but we might have some adventures here on the way, of course. So yes, we're heading north just like we should. Yeah, Jake, I have to say I really am enjoying Legends of Arya. And, you know, it's sort of sad to see that a lot of players have quit playing the game, and sad to see that the developers are sort of struggling still to find the right balance with, you know, how they see their game, whether it's a PvP game or a PvE game. And that is, of course, off-putting for many players. I myself am shielded from all of that because I play on a community server, so I don't have to suffer from, you know, the sort of emotions that the players on the official servers are going through. I'm completely shielded from those, really. At least myself and those who are playing on the same server as I am, we're all enjoying ourselves very much. So, yeah, I don't know. I just hope that all the sort of going from one extreme to another on the official servers is not going to be the decline of the game.
it really needs to sort of they should not have released to Steam until they were absolutely sure what their vision is for the game. The fact that the vision keeps changing is a little bit weird, I have to say. A little bit weird. Let's just take down this troll. See if we can get another recipe. Oh, hello, Lord Demeron, and your second month of being subscribed to Tier 3. Thank you so much for the subscription, Lord Demeron. And yeah, how are you doing? How have you been doing this past week? Well, the computer upgrades actually didn't go well, so I'm on my old build right now. So what happened with the computer was that so we put together the new motherboard, the new memory, and the new processor with my old computer that had a new graphics card, I should say. And then we started it up. And then when it started up, there was no BIOS. It didn't show anything about the BIOS. We didn't see any DOS texts. The motherboard did not beep at all to give any signal of anything being wrong. There was no splash screen for the motherboard. It was just the screen was like physically on, you know, the power was on, but the pixels were all just black. So it was just blackness. And again, no DOS text whatsoever. So the next thing that we tried, you know, the first thing to try, of course, was try the memory sticks, move them around, try different slots. That didn't make any difference. We tried reseating the graphics card. That didn't make a difference. We tried another power supply. That made no difference. Oh, and here's what happened as well. So when it started up, so is the screen was black, but and then it kept on restarting itself over and over and over again. So it would stay on for maybe 10 or 20 seconds and then it would restart itself. But again, no beeps, no text whatsoever. Yeah, and then we also tried resetting the SMOS by removing the battery, the CMOS battery. That didn't make any difference. And each time we did a change, it was this exact same reaction. So it behaved exactly the same way each time. So the processor should have been seated for sure, Eladoc. Yes, it should have been seated perfectly. And we didn't put any thermal paste on it because it was brand new. So it had its own layer of pre-applied thermal paste to it. But it was, you know, and it was it was just the standard one where you have that little like how would you say, this little metal, not a stick, but you know, the one with the little clamp on the side that you the little latch that you let free, and then you raise up the I don't even know the words to describe, but let me just show you guys what kind it had. So yeah, this kind. This is, I guess, the most common kind, you know, with the little, I'm not sure what you would call that, a handle or whatever that would be called. But it had this one of these kinds of systems, and it was definitely seated, and you know, the corners were aligned in the right spot, and then we also gave it a little wiggle just to make sure it was properly seated, and then of course the cooler fan on top of that. But yeah, so never trust the pre-applied stuff. Well, we followed the instructions on the AMD instructions on their video. They were saying you don't have to apply any.
So, Lord Demeran, you guys had issues with faulty coding in your past, really? And your guess is faulty paste application. Yeah, well, we already sent the... So what we did is we have sent the motherboard in to the store. So they have already received it, and now I'm just waiting for them to inspect it. So we can't actually test out what you guys are saying right now. But definitely once we get either, I'm not sure, you know, what's going to happen. If we get a new replacement for the motherboard, or whether they're going to have a look at it and send the old one back. But you know, once we get the motherboard back, we're going to have to reapply the thermal paste anyhow, right? This time, because it's going to be the second time putting the processor in there and the cooler on top. So, and I'm sort of late with the chat. Let me just check here what you guys were saying. And hello there, Dizzy Lurker. It's not only a whale, it's a beached whale. They didn't even have the decency to give it plenty of water. Sighs. That's so true. Sipaku. Cats, sneak back in and free the whale. Call it Operation Free Willy. My ship, Eladoc, is parked. It is parked. Oh gosh, I'm gonna need the... I will actually need that menu bar. Not the menu bar, this... Where is it? Quick bar. This thing, after all, to get the map. I don't have a keybind bound for the map right now. So my boat is parked over there, so we're gonna head northwest. And Jigs, can you get on this server if you pick up the game? Yes, absolutely. So you can go to any of the servers when you start playing Wurm. And you can also, Jigs, something to know as well is you don't have to stress too much about choosing the right server. So you can sail between all of these. If you have a boat, you can sail between them freely. So Lord Demeray, you were saying you're wondering if the operating system is working well. So since we had a new motherboard, we formatted the C drive. So there was no operating system per se. Of course, there's the... I'm not quite sure how it works. I'm guessing that... Yeah, I'm not quite sure because I remember back in the old days. So back in when we first got my computer back in 1992, back then you got the computer empty. The hard drives were empty and you had to first install DOS manually. Then you installed Windows after that. And I'm not sure how it works with the current Windows these days. So there was no operating system, but surely it should have, you know, at least gone to the BIOS. So we could have gone to the BIOS settings in the very least. In the very least. And Eladoc, you're saying that the thermal paste is usually dried out on the pre-applied ones, really. And Carrick, hello, welcome to the stream. You're saying that what you just described sounds like your second computer, the memory controller of the motherboard, couldn't handle 4 sticks of RAM, but it ran fine with 2. Okay, well, I had just 2 sticks of RAM, actually. Yeah, exactly what you're saying as well, Angry Brit, that it should not have stopped a BIOS boot up, though. And
And Eladoc, you're saying, okay, so it will not get to BIOS if it's overheating right away. It could fry instantly. But it's more like a board issue. It's more like a more likely a board issue. Somebody was telling me that from the stuff I was describing, they thought that one of the circuits could be fried on the motherboard. And these days, Eladoc, you're saying you just install Windows, right? Yeah, we didn't overclock it, Lord Demeron, no. And oh, you're saying that that hopefully the BIOS software did not have it overclocked, or set to be too overclocked. So the parts that I got, Jigs, let me just bring them up for you guys. So, there's the memory, and the motherboard is right there, and then there is the processor. And as far as the old parts go, let me just bring those up for you guys so you can see also just to, I mean, it should all be compatible with my old parts. Let's see now, hold on. So here are my old parts. Now it's in Swedish, but basically that's the power supply, 850 watts, and of course the memory sticks would have been replaced. Oh no, that's the SSD. Sorry, same. I still have the same SSD drive, which is my C drive. That's the old motherboard that we're doing away with. That's the old CPU cooling system, the old processor. Like this is all the stuff that I have in the computer right now that I'm using right now. The old memory, and I have had to change my hard drive, so that one I don't have anymore. And I've also changed my graphics card, so I have a 1070 graphics card now. But otherwise, it's the same. So yeah, it should all be working together, apparently. I don't know. I don't know then. Hopefully it's not like, what's the word when something is not working together? Compatibility. That's the word I'm looking for. So hopefully all of that stuff. Oh, we got another recipe, guys. Unfermented rum. What is up with these recipes? That's the third one we got today. What the heck? Okay, I already have this in my cookbook. I could give that away as a giveaway. Closed. Funny that the X wasn't there in the corner, even though, I mean, this is weird, right? Look at this. Usually you have the little X here, and there's even a slot for it, and there's just a close button instead. Inconsistency. Oh, everyone has that one, Eladoc, but that could be nice for. Is it in the cookbook by default, Eladoc? Does that come like, you know, if a newbie player starts playing,
that is already there, possibly. Maybe that's the recipe everyone's been leaving on the ground. I think you guys were mentioning rum before. And I'm glad to see that, oh, there's another troll. Old raging troll. I wonder if I can take this guy down. Well, we shall soon see. Let me just get up a little bit higher on the ground here. Just to be on the safe side. Ah, damn it. Where'd he go? There he is. And JD Booker, you remember years ago when your mother found the coolant paste syringe in the trash? Oh no, I can see where this is already going. And ask you what it's all about. And you said, sorry mom, but everyone is doing it these days. And you just wanted to be cool. Took me ages to talk her down after that. Oh no. No, it's not, Eladoc says, but you will find it all over the ground. Yeah, we seem to be doing just fine against this guy. I could also just get a little bit closer, do some focusing here. There we go. Oh, and the head. Almost forgot that part. So, you guys suspect it was just the cooling paste issue, eh? And you passed 8 of them on the ground heading to my ship, Eladoc. Oh my gosh. And hello there, Angry Moose. Welcome to the stream. So, why not Cat's Meow? Oh, the name. Actually, you know, originally when I created this name, I did choose Cat's Meow. This was, I've told this story before, but I basically created this name back in the mid-90s when I tried IRC for the first time. In other words, Internet Relay Chat, and I had to quickly think of a name. And first I chose Cat's Meow, but then I realized what Cat's Meow actually sort of refers to, which is this phrase of the cat's meow, which kind of sounded vain to me. That if you were to think of yourself as the cat's meow, you would think of yourself highly, right? So I thought, no, I don't want a name like that. So then I changed to KatsPurr, actually. I think I was cat's meow for like one day. So Coffee, I sent the motherboard in to the shop, actually. So we haven't tried. Oh, what else is... Oh, another troll is attacking me. I thought I was taking a lot more damage than I should. Adolescent troll. Okay, this guy should be relatively easy. Yeah, so we never tried the thermal paste. We have thermal paste, but we've never tried it on the new CPU because, of course, we were just following the instructions by the manufacturer, right? That you should be able to... just do with the thermal paste that is already pre-applied. Yeah, it's making me nervous now, guys. Like, you know what's making me nervous now is that what if that fried the CPU and then there was nothing wrong with the motherboard at all, and then I get a new motherboard, or else the old one, they check the old one, or the one that I sent in, and they say that nothing was wrong with it. They send it back, and then we put the thermal paste on it,
on the CPU and then end up, and then what if it was already fried? Oh my gosh, I need to go fix myself. I'm almost dead here. Oh, there's a guard tower as well. Okay. Oh, he's too far away. Okay, let's get them on the bear then. Just so that that bear leaves me alone. Let's heal up a bit. Yeah, Jigs, I was looking up the different thermal paste like applying methods, and I actually found a comparison where they did they did tests on the amount of heat for different formations, and it seemed like even though the little blob, the so-called rice grain method is the most popular one, they found in their tests actually that doing an X formation is the best, because it will push out it will allow the air bubbles to escape in different directions, but then it gives nice coverage. And they did a test on the amount of heat, and that was the coolest one with the X formation. But yeah, my son refused to do the X when he put back together my current, my old setup, so he just put the blob. So I don't know. But if anyone is interested in that comparison, I can get the link for you guys quickly. I think I sent it over to my son when we were talking about this. Okay, I found the link and I'll just share that with you guys if anyone's interested. Angry Moose, IRC times. Yeah, I actually met my best friend on IRC. And we went on to play Ultima Online together, and we're still really, really good friends. But she lives over in the States these days. And then I also met my younger son's father on IRC as well. Like, I was super nerdy and geeky back in well, I've always been, but like, it was super nerdiness back in the mid 90s, for sure. And JD Booker, purr gives impression of contentment, but a meow can mean anything from happiness to fear or anger, depending on how it's pronounced. Cat language is very interesting. Yeah, but JD Booker, I was referring to the cat's meow as this kind of phrase that means like, if I'm the cat's meow, I'm just like the best, right? And I didn't want it to sound vain. And Lord Demeron, you tried the game, so do you mean Wurm, or what game? You tried the game, but the text was so small?
or text was hard to read. If you're talking about Wurm, you can see that I actually have a larger, you can adjust the text size in the settings. So I have like my normal settings that I play with, and then I've made a different set of settings. You can save custom settings in different like files, and so for the purpose of the stream, I've set settings so that the text is a little bit larger, so you guys can actually read what I'm doing here. Normally, I actually have it smaller. Okay, we got all healed up. Let's go finish that nasty old troll off. Where did he go? Where did he go? They're fast runners, though. That's the problem, that I wasn't keeping an eye on him. But he might sniff me out and come and attack me in a moment. Did he go down here, possibly? No, can't see him. And am I heading? I should be heading west now. Let me see. Yes, good. Okay. Oh, and there's actually a road over here. We could go up this one as well. No, that goes to a mine. Let's just go up this road. Yeah, I hope it will be fine, Lord Demeron. I hope it will be okay. I hope I hope we didn't end up just like ruining my CPU. I mean, that was the most expensive part. So, and that was the part that I had to wait for months for, actually. So if we fried that now, but we followed the instructions. You know, my son was wary of it, though. He was like, he was saying, of course we have to put like thermal paste. And I was like, because I had been like looking into this stuff, and I was saying, well, no, according to their instructions, it has pre-applied thermal paste and we should not put any in addition. And it almost seems, when I was also looking into that stuff, that some people would say less is more. You should not have too much thermal paste. Other people were saying rather have a little bit more than too little. So I don't know. There's so many opinions on the thermal paste issue that. And JD Booker is saying, oh, here's a troll, I think. Oh, there he is. Is this the one I was killing? No, this is a new one. And I need to drink up, actually, and eat up as well. Completely out of stamina. If you're out of stamina when you're fighting, is that a bad thing? I mean, this might seem like a dumb question. Let me just actually run down quickly. And let me get my stamina, I'll drink up and get my stamina together. Ah, Lord Doman, we love you and we'll cross our fingers. Yes, I do hope it works out. Okay. Oh, there's a wolf after me. I'm not too worried about him. But we have to get higher than this troll at least. Okay, let me catch up with the chat here. And Jigs, you're saying everyone has different views on how much paste should be used. Yeah, that definitely seems to be the case. Oh, isn't it Richard Garriott that owns Portalarium, Lord Demeron? I thought that was Richard Gere's, not Richard Gere. Good grief. Did I say Richard Gere before? No. Good grief. What's his name? Lord British. Richard. How have I lost his name now? Eladoc, so if there's too much, it squishes out on the sides and shorts out the pins. Yeah, I can imagine that can't be too good either. So, out of stamina will slow your attack speed down to as little as 10% of normal. Really? Okay, I'm glad I went to go and get my stamina then. My goodness, I had no idea it had such a huge effect. Okay, finally. Did we get a recipe? No. Okay, let's just take down this little wolf. Actually is the perfect thing to get our health back up with life transfer. Richard Garriott, yes. Oh, so Richard Garriott was barely involved in Shroud of the Avatar. What? Seriously? I had always thought all of these years that Shroud of the Avatar was like Richard Garriott's like baby. That it's not that I knew, it was just my assumption, mind you. It was not based on any facts that I knew. It was just my assumption that that would be the case. That he would want to make the next big, Ultima game, and even though it doesn't have Ultima in the word, in the name, I should say, of the game. And Lord Demeron, you're saying... Oh, hold on. And JD Booker, you're saying Garriott's usual style is to invent something good and sell it off while it's still in its prime, like selling out Ultima to EA back in the day, and Shroud of the Avatar to Spears. Well, I never knew that. Well, I don't have to feel so bad then, because I had always been like a fan of Garriott due to the original Ultima games and Ultima Online, of course. So I had always felt a little bit guilty that I should probably be looking into Shroud of the Avatar more, but now I don't have to feel so guilty anymore. And it's a weird feeling, like, if you're a fan of the stuff he's done, not that he would know whether or not I'm playing or not, right? But, as a diehard fan of Ultima stuff, I felt maybe like I had not given the game enough of a chance. Oh, so he was just present for the tele and begathons and public stuff. Oh, his folks died, so that stressed his involvement. I didn't know that one either. Should just repair these maybe. So he showed up in game every now and then, but really the dude was just using his name. Huh. And Lord Demeron, you've known him for years. He is a lot more involved than you're thinking. Huh.
So it sounds like it's a little bit more of a complicated situation with Garriott and his ventures then. And it almost feels like in the recent years he's been more passionate about all his space-related adventures more than games, to be honest. I mean, he's been up in space now how many times? I know he's very proud of all his, like, space-related stuff, that's for sure. There's the lake. I think soon we will reach that path that we came along earlier on. And Lord Demeron, you guys go back 30 years. My goodness. And he's done a lot of things, living in New York for his kids to go to a REIT school has been a big focus as well. I see. I didn't even know he lived in New York these days. I assumed he would be still in Austin. I do remember when didn't he sell off his huge mansion that had his huge castle home that had all those dungeons and things? Wasn't that sold off a few years ago? Maybe that's when he moved to New York? So he has a lot of trust in his team, and his team have been doing great things in Austin. Well, that's good to hear. Oh, I forgot to put the oh gosh. Jigs, sorry about that. I forgot to put to re-enable the alert box because of that one gift sub stream that Stacy gave earlier. So there was like 5 in a row and I turned it off. Let me just check the history here. I'm so sorry. OBS has changed things around again. I'm trying to... Hold on. I swear, this OBS is a weirdo. Like, at some point, like, if you looked in OBS... trying to find the view where you can see like the logs, and you used to have it here somewhere, and they've been switching things around a lot lately. Oh, hold on, mini feed. How can you see the switch to legacy events view? Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at the feed here. So I might have missed a whole bunch of stuff actually, because I forgot to turn that back on, so I'm so sorry about that, guys. Let me see what we have here. So Jigs donated 8 euros. Chill vibes. Much love to everyone. Thank you so much, Jigs. And we have Lurking, by the way, has followed. And actually the last one was in fact Stacy's gift subs. Okay, so we haven't missed too much. Oh, thank goodness, because it would have been quite sad if there would have been a whole bunch of stuff that we would have missed there. Ugh. Sorry about this, guys. I'm using, as my second monitor, I actually have a huge ass old, like, TV. So when I'm trying to, like, play around with these windows, it's a little bit clunky. Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that stuff about Portalarium and Chris and Richard Garriott, because I don't know anything about that stuff, but still reading the stuff that you guys are discussing here. Oh, Lord Demeron, right. So his mansion or whatever it is it a castle mansion? Not quite sure. It's technically for sale, but he is returning after his kids get closer to completing this round of school progress. I see. Yeah, I've watched some shows where he gives the tour of it. It's pretty crazy. So, just out of curiosity, Lord Demeron, did you guys work together, or are you just like friends from back in the old days, or how did you and Richard Garriott meet? And of course, that could be something you don't necessarily want to share on a stream either, and I completely understand if that's the case. Yeah, we're definitely on the right path here. There's that Colossus that we saw in the beginning, and here's that desert. And the ship should just be on the other side of this. And so you guys met at SCA, so at the tip of a sword, and worked in industry after the fact. I see. I should probably get my stamina up before one of those guys like attacks me. There. None of them actually noticed me, which is pretty crazy. Okay, now the crocodile did at least, but it's crazy that scorpion didn't notice me. And it's almost like we can't hear any sounds again in Wurm. I'm guessing if I started to fight, but I've noticed, guys, that I'm not sure about the other Wurmians here, but have you guys noticed that the horse foot sounds can't really be heard anymore? Because I remember back in the day, they used the same sound effect for both when you walked and when you rode on a horse. And of course it would be really nice if they actually had like horse hoof sounds for when you're riding a horse, but at least you heard some kind of sound from walking. And these days, it's almost like they've removed all sounds from when you're on horseback. And I would almost prefer that we at least had the footstep sounds, if nothing else. Who do we have here? Eladoc, hello.
care of this guy. I should go get my stamina up. Look at how low it is. And looks familiar, do Jensen? So do you live around these parts now, these days? Venerable Raging Scorpion. Oh my gosh. Well, together with Eladoc, we can take this guy down, I'm sure. There we go. So, Eladoc, what's up? Do you live around these parts? Oh, a longsword. Oh my gosh. Oh, no need to give me that, Eladoc. No, thank you. I actually just purchased a nice new sword just recently. Thank you for the offer, though. You just save that for somebody else. I appreciate it, though. Anyhow, I think I'll head off over to the ship. And, oh, you're saying here in the chat, you have something for me. You can either keep it or use it for a giveaway. Well, I could give it away if you like. If you really want to give that to me. That would be a sweet thing to give away. Yeah, I haven't been following the local chat too much. Well, thank you very much. Let me see. Do I have anything nice that I could give you in return? I just have some well, we have some goblin skulls here. Maybe you can, I'll give you this. I want to give something back. I know that's nothing. I know there's goblin skulls all over the place. Do we have a higher level one here? Actually, let me give you the one that's the 86 quality. There's an 89 quality one. Let me give you that one, actually. Thank you very much. Oh, I need to actually drag that over. There we go. Thank you very much. And what happens actually if I try to bow when I'm on horseback? Does my character bow is saddle-backed, or like on the saddle. That's quite funny. Thank you very much, Eladoc. And, not your style. Okay. Okay, off we go. And, go back to the ship, and I will wrap up the stream. I have to actually go, because I need to make some dinner, actually. I wish they would put goodbye and hello in the nice category. I know I always complain about that, but it just confuses me every time that I have to look for it in the nice category versus the neutral one versus nice. Yeah, but that was a very, very nice little adventure. We found the spot that was on the map. It was right behind this deed, and we left a little sign there. We got some nice juicy recipes from some goblins. We went to visit Madnath and Fabricant on their deed. And we had a whole bunch of nice little chats today. So it was a very nice stream yet again. Every week these streams have been really interesting, actually. And that's a corpse. Spider over here. Just take care of that because my boat is right there next to us. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap up the stream here, and thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. And I think I will be I'm at a very exciting point right now with my tamer in Legends of Aria. So
I am probably going to be doing a Legends of Arya stream in the coming days because I managed to tame a wyvern for the first time yesterday, and I'm very anxious to go and now tame a dread horse. So I'll probably be doing a Legends of Arya stream, if not during this week, still on the weekend in the very least. So hope to see you guys there, and yeah, you guys have a good evening, and thanks again for everything, and I'll talk to you guys later.